We're back for more Rugby Sevens, the 2025 Canada Games in St. John's. Seth, I'm Matt Little, this is Seth Hyde, and this is the games that start to count. We have made it to the playoffs. It's a quarterfinals. BC versus Team Prince Edward Island. BC in the Navy uniforms, PEI kicking off. Here we go, Seth.
This is going to be exciting. This is the juicy stuff here in these tournaments.
That ball's going to bounce out right off the opening kick. So BC will bring that back to center, and we'll get things going for real just seconds into the matchup here. BC rolling into this final. A full 12 points, and they're rolling toward the end zone. An early try for British Columbia, 33 seconds in.
Well done to them getting started early and setting the tone here in these quarterfinals. Belle Rousseau, the one getting the try there.
Rousseau showing some great speed for Team BC. The kick is good as well. And an early 7-0 advantage for Team British Columbia. On the women's side, on the men's side, BC has looked very, very good in Rugby Sevens at these Canada Games. They are here to contend for a medal. And they will be able to do just that if they can get through the quarterfinal here against Prince Edward Island. Canada's smallest province, but no slouches in their own right. And here comes Team PEI. Good pitch out to the right, but great tackle. BC not giving any space out there. PEI trying to come up the gut. That doesn't work, and the ball is spilled. Picked up by Team BC. Team BC looking for an option. They'll find one on the right wing. BC coming forward, grab of the jersey, but a good pitch out. Martin with a great tackle for PEI. BC picks it back up, one-on-one battle. She'll go between the D and in for the try. It's another 5 for Team British Columbia.
They're just so good. They know how to work the pitch so well, and it's showing here in this Canada Games tournament. BC again having a long trip here to St. John's, and they're not coming to go home empty-handed, that's for sure.
O'Regan's kick is good. Give them an extra 2 once again. The replay of that last try as the ball is taken up off the pitch.
Nice teamwork there.
Yeah, right through and in. Number 2, Claudia Valance. BC's kick is up, and it is deep. Rolling deep into the PEI territory. That'll be picked up. And the Island girls on the go. Good stiff arm and a pitch out left. PEI trying to break a tackle. They will protect the ball. Martin had nowhere to go. And BC sends it back in. BC flying out wide left. A little bit of room to run. She's got help on the wings, finds them with the pass. BC going for the corner flag, in for the try.
Was that Belle Rousseau again there with that try? I'm not quite sure.
Might have been Barrack, number 8. We'll wait for the replay officially. And a tough kick for O'Regan. It's a good kick. Just short.
Well, let's take a look at this replay here. There's the inbound, and we'll get our answer to see who got that try. There's the pass at the last second, and you're absolutely right, Matt. It's number 8, Raphael Barrack.
Taylor Kempf with a good pitch out there to find Barrack. So 19-0, British Columbia here in this women's quarterfinal, first of 4. They will come at you in quick succession. Nova Scotia, Quebec is next. Alberta, Saskatchewan, New Brunswick, and Ontario will be the final women's quarterfinal on the day, and then we will switch over to the men's quarters. Good defense by PEI, bringing down the ball carrier. BC in the backfield. That pass slightly deflected, ball loose on the ground. PEI will fall on it. Where is the ball? It comes up in BC hands. Pulled down once again as Amber Valance couldn't find room going forward. PEI will try that left side again. They've had success, and they'll have some more. A good flick into open space. BC will carry it into the PEI end, and another try for Team BC just before 5 minutes gone.
A dream start here for Team BC. They got here so early to warm up for this game. I think it might have been 3 o'clock local time, and they were already here on the practice field warming up.
Kick is good. Make it 26-0. Team BC getting it done against Prince Edward Island here in this quarterfinal. Back to center for the kickoff. High into the air. Team PEI will bring it in, but wrapped up immediately and brought to ground. PEI moving it out, looking for some space up the middle. Great job pushing forward. The referee will blow this one down. It will be PEI ball.
Well, Matt, it's hard to believe that we're already here at the knockouts. These first 2 days have flown by here.
Martin charging hard, a little stiff arm before her legs are wrapped up. She'll get it back to her teammates. PEI looking for space, that's a good little flick. Ball pops up, and that'll be grabbed by Smallwood.
What a pass there.
Smallwood taken down to the turf. BC possession, and here comes BC coming back. Good low tackle, not letting the runner get by. That was Maya Roberts making the tackle for Prince Edward Island. BC on the rush again. A good pass off to the wing. Defender chasing her down, but not gonna get there. Turning on the afterburners and in. Ball down for the try to make it count, and just past the 7-minute mark, so that'll do it for the first half. The kick should be the final action here of half number 1. Straight and true. 2 more points for BC over Prince Edward Island, and it's 33-0 at halftime. Team BC flying out of the gates here in this women's quarterfinal.
Atlantic Lottery is proud to sponsor important community initiatives like this year's Canada Games.
Women's quarterfinal action of the 2025 Canada Games. Team BC leads Team Prince Edward Island by a score of 33-0 after the opening half. Women's Rugby Sevens, the first quarterfinal, as the teams look to move toward the medal round tomorrow. Semifinals, bronze medal, and gold medal games. Some work to do before we get there. Big hit, the ball pops out. BC recovers. Team BC driving forward. Brought to ground, BC still with the ball. McCluskey trying to run around the outside. It'll be flipped off. Trying to come through the middle and down. PEI. Oh! BC coming flying in for that tackle. Offside, says the referee.
Well, I was talking to an old hockey coach of mine, Mike Doyle, who's also heavily involved with Newfoundland and Labrador rugby. And he said that these Atlantic Canadian teams, if you haven't noticed, are super physical. They are super physical because they're so used to playing 15s. There isn't really an established sevens league here in Atlantic Canada, so these teams are so used to playing the physical game. And then when you see these provinces like, you know, BC, Alberta, Ontario, Quebec coming in, they have established sevens leagues. They're more used to playing the sevens game, and that's why they're just so good at utilizing that space.
Knock on and then line out, just a scrum.
We're going to go to a scrum here following the knock-on, and going to get some subs as well.
Green scrum.
Coming into the
Knock on
game
and
for
line out.
Prince Edward Island will be
Here's your
number
mark.
4,
You're welcome.
Rabayev coming in. Rabayev has been a great player for PEI throughout these Canada games.
Thank you. Yep, time. Crouch. Bond.
Everybody down, locked together for the scrum. As PEI sends it in. Tackled immediately by Team BC. There is just not much room to operate out there for the green and white.
Here's your mark right here.
Right back into things. Everybody will get up close and personal once again in the scrum.
Crouch. Bind. Set.
Set, ball in play, and BC in control. Quickly to the center of the pitch and trying to turn on the Jets. Stripped out, good job by PEI. Ball still on the turf, and it will be picked up by Rabayev. She'll throw it back, Martin is there. Martin trying to turn the corner and move upfield, can't do it.
Over there. Here's your mark.
PEI will get to go again.
Thank you.
As it's sent into the stands.
Here's the middle. BC, if I could have
Another
you right
scrum
here, please.
on the way. 2:46 is
Yep,
gone
make sure you have it
here in the
cleared out.
second half. 33-0 British Columbia over PEI.
BC, can you be up a little bit further?
Oh.
Thanks, Chris.
Nice job up in the air. They'll throw it down to Rabayev again. She's tackled. PEI still trying to drive forward, but knocked down to the turf. Right back up and on it. Trying to battle her way through. It'll be tossed to Martin. She's got a little bit of light and taken down by BC. And the linesman's flag is up.
No quick. It was touch. It was touch. Yep. Yep. We just can't go quick. It's your line, though. Yeah. Here's your mark. We just couldn't go quick, that's all. Just right here and just right here.
So we'll go up again.
Take a step back, please.
BC throwing it in.
Hold.
Nice job by British Columbia. And quickly changing the play from one side of the pitch all the way to the other. Does she have the speed to beat the corner? Yes. Now it's just a sprint straight ahead.
Oh.
Hands on, but not enough. And that's enough to break the stride. BC all the way down for the try.
Well, that's textbook rugby sevens right there from Team BC. Really, really well done from them. They're just showing why they're first place here, Matt. Such a great game from them. But this tournament isn't over for PEI just yet. They have consolation matches tomorrow. Even when you are eliminated from the quarterfinals, you do get more games for placement. So this won't be PEI's last game of this tournament.
Absolutely. It does not immediately end your tournament. We still have to fill all the positions from 1 all the way down to 11. 11 teams competing in both men's and women's rugby sevens. So everybody does get to come back one way or the other on day number 3 of this event. And it is so quick here at the Canada Games. Just 3 days of rugby sevens. So it would be a shame to miss out on any of them. as PEI switches it out. Rabayev finds some help. Then the ball comes back. Picked up off the ground. PEI trying to go out wide. They'll get it back to Rabayev. She gives it back. Schneider trying to move forward, making some good headway before she runs into those Navy jerseys.
Steal was fine, just lost forward by blue.
Five and a half gone here in the second half as the teams go back into a scrum.
Green scrum.
PEI will control the placement of the ball into it.
Crouch. Bind. Set.
Players set. And here we go. PEI scooping it up. Trying to head upfield. A good flip. One player left to beat and brought her down. Good defense by BC. Naturally 40-0. We've talked a lot about the BC offense in this game. The defense not too shabby either. PEI trying to get something going. That's a good flip back to a teammate. Rabayev covered pretty well. PEI now on the wing. Oh, massive hit.
Forward pass first. Scrum.
And they both leap right back up.
Absolutely.
As they do.
Here's your mark.
We've got a scrum again after the referee stopped it on the pass.
Okay.
Let's have another
Thank you.
look. PEI trying to come forward.
Crouch.
Out wide on the wing and
Bind.
right here. Bang.
Wow, what a tackle. Textbook.
Yep. Yeah, perfect.
Ball's out.
Oh, that kick didn't go to plan.
Okay.
PEI will send it forward. Can they win the race to it? PEI trying to get down. Alberta's BC's there as well. So close to a try for Prince Edward Island, but BC covered it up. And that's full time.
Final four bound, Team BC.
BC advances as they defeat Prince Edward Island by a score of 40-0 here in the first women's quarterfinal in Rugby Sevens at the 2025 Canada Games. PEI so close in the final moments. Nina Kenny could taste that, but just couldn't get control of the ball. And BC able to get it over the line. The flag is on the go. Wave it proudly, ladies. You're on to the semifinals. Team BC in full flight. And as Seth pointed out, PEI will come back tomorrow for the placement games. Stay with us. We've got more women's quarterfinals to come from the Canada Summer Games 2025.
Legends aren't born. They're built. Icons don't become icons overnight. What you hear about is the achievement. What you see is the result. But greatness is built on wellness. So here's to heroes unsung, efforts unseen, and distant dreams humbly attained.
It's the second women's quarterfinal now from the Swilers Rugby Club 2025 Canada Games in St. John's. We just had British Columbia advance to the semifinals. Now Nova Scotia and Quebec both trying to punch their ticket there as well. Lots of proud Blue Nosers in the crowd to cheer on their team. I see a Horton High School cap and a Nova Scotia Celtics rugby backpack right in front of us, so we know where these guys are from. My name is Matt Little. Seth Hyde is alongside me on commentary for this one as we get set to go. A very one-sided first quarterfinal here between BC and Prince Edward Island. A good effort from PEI, but ultimately not enough to stop BC, who are now 5-0 at this competition. Coming into this one, Seth, Nova Scotia went 2-2 in Pool A. Quebec 3-1 in Pool B. So Quebec, the higher seed, 2 versus 3 for this quarterfinal.
Yeah, this is going to be a dandy game from both of these squads here. I mean, Nova Scotia had a great first day. Today, their last 2 games didn't go as planned, but those were learning curves for them. And I think that they'll be back in business here for the quarterfinal.
Both teams have some good weapons. Both teams able to put points on the board.
Listen to this place rock.
Quebec running out, provincial flag in hand. The Nova Scotia crowd bringing the noise, waving the flags high, including a vuvuzela. Bring the noise, it's all good to me. Quebec in the all blue, Nova Scotia the two-tone blue with the white uniforms. Nova Scotia moving from left to right in this one, Quebec from right to left as we get going. Multiple vuvuzelas. Let's hope they give them a show and they've got reason to blow those things.
Yeah, they've traveled pretty well here, Team Nova Scotia. Like you said, let's hope that they can make them make some noise.
Well, we've seen good action out of Nova Scotia throughout this tournament. Allison McLean has been a big weapon for them. Ronisha Willis-Glasgow as well. Deja Hooper-Dixon. I mean, everybody plays their role, but just a couple of the standouts. Over on Quebec, it's 4 and 6. Number 4, Naomi Lapp. Salome Lapp, number 6, have both been deadly throughout this. And Nova Scotia will have to be careful of both of them. Quebec to kick off, Nova Scotia to receive to start quarterfinal number 2 at the Canada Games. Ball is up in the air, and Nova Scotia will bring it down, and immediately tackled down to the turf is Stella Feeney. Nova Scotia looking for space around the wing. Nothing doing there for Willis-Glasgow. This time they'll try up the gut. Little bit of space, but Quebec gets back to it. Nova Scotia still there down, but they will protect the ball as Quebec gets back on side. Nova Scotia moving it well to the wing. Nova Scotia with a little daylight on the go. The defense won't catch her. And the horns come to life. Maggie Hellier with the opening try inside 50 seconds.
Well, make some noise, Nova Scotia. What a start. The underdog in this game. Look at that shot of the fans right there. They're absolutely loving it. Let's have a look at this replay. It all starts with that beautiful passing from Nova Scotia and takeoff down that side, landing right here in St. John's, Newfoundland at the International Airport for a try. Well done to Team Nova Scotia, Maggie Hellier.
The two-point conversion good as well, so Nova Scotia up 7-0 here in the early going on Team Quebec. A reminder, of course, we have French commentary for this match with Roger Surrett and Richard Provencher, if you prefer to watch the match in French.
You are okay? Hold that space.
On the sidelines, Quebec will throw it in.
Sorry, 5, please. Thank you. Okay, done.
3-2-1, players up. A good battle for it in the air as that ball's swatted down.
From it. Thank you.
Quebec has control. And here comes Lapp looking up the middle. Lapp with a little bit of speed as she shook off An arm trying to hold her back. Lap is off to the races. Big jump in for a try for Team Quebec. Gusty's fired up, and we got points on both sides of the board.
Well, Gusty chilling here with the Nova Scotia fans, but Quebec rolling here. They're back into their old mojo. And that's
Great
Salome
run from
Lap. The kick is good. Salome Lap, like you said, an X factor for Quebec, and a stylish dive right through the uprights, and there's the smile.
Mary Lou Haynes adding the 2-point convert for Quebec as we get ourselves a tie game. 7-7, 3 minutes gone here in the opening half.
Wow. Well, even after conceding a try, the Nova Scotia fans are still fired up.
Oh, they might be the underdog in this game. Quebec's the 2 seed, Nova Scotia the 3 here, but Nova Scotia totally believes they have a chance to win this thing. Get themselves into the medal round. Nova Scotia coming right at that Quebec line, trying to blast their way through. Still gaining yards, finally brought down. Nova Scotia protects the ball. And they look for space through the middle.
Yes.
Shakes off the... And in for an emphatic try, Allison McLean.
And you see the switch of direction. Nice heads-up play by Allison McLean to go through the middle of the uprights to set up the higher percentage conversion kick here. And there's Flagman. That's what we'll coin that guy as here. Still waving that flag loud and proud. Nova Scotia is rolling. Well, here it is right here. Look at that fake, and she's right up through the middle. Allison McLean switching up, going through those uprights, and another 7 points for Nova Scotia.
Great job to use the power to get going, as the defender had the jersey, but McLean able to shake it off. Quebec into the Nova Scotia wall, driving the ball carrier back. Great play by Galloway. Quebec looking for space. Nova Scotia, good tackle again. As this time it's Hooper Dixon bringing the ball carrier down. Out wide, good flick. Defenders hustling back for Team NS. Quebec looking for space. I think that hit, referee's gonna say that hit was a little bit high. And Quebec won't waste any time getting things back going. Trying to charge through the middle. And pulled down again. Hooper Dixon right there every time. And it's Team Nova Scotia. And they're not wasting time either. Right back into the fray. Nova Scotia pitches out. Willis Glasgow looking for space out on the left side. She'll move it to McLean and then back to Willis Glasgow, who breaks a tackle. Willis Glasgow down the left wing. She's got time to pull it back into the middle and go right through the uprights for the try.
Oh my goodness. Everybody loves an underdog story. And number 4, Brownesha, Willis Glasgow, picking up a huge try. 2-point conversion is up and good, and let's have a look at this replay. Willis Glasgow taking off. There's a couple checks over her shoulder, and she knows she's in right about there.
That's the sort of thing that you love, looking back on that, being the person with the ball. When the replay comes up, you're the only person in the frame. Nova Scotia kicks off, up 21-7. Quebec will pull it in, and Quebec chooses to kick, sending it as that gets out of bounds around halfway.
It's bell's been touched. Quebec, that's your gap right there, thank you. Nova Scotia.
Players line up here on the throw. We're past 7 minutes here in the first half. Players up, ball up, off the fingertips. Still loose. Two players converge on it. No idea who got it. It is Quebec now moving forward. Quebec on the wing. McLean with a good tackle. Ball pops loose. Nova Scotia will pick it up. Ball up in the air again. Nova Scotia to ground, still in control of the ball. Team Nova Scotia trying to drive through over half, but taken down.
No hands now.
Team Nova Scotia still with it as they get it out wide to the wing. Tries to cut back and dropped right at center. Referee's whistle.
Keep going, keep going.
Quebec, keep going, keep going.
One last gasp here, maybe.
Trying to find room through. Great tackle from Nova Scotia. DeRosier wrapping up the ball carrier's legs. Got to get onside, got to get onside. Quebec still going as we're past 8 minutes now.
Keep going, back up, Nova Scotia.
Here comes Quebec. There's a great first move. A good second as well. The stiff arm on the third didn't work, and Nova Scotia takes her down with a plethora. Quebec throwing it back, looking to put something on the board before halftime. Feeney trying to wrap up the ball carrier, but still pushing forward, now finally down. Quebec will pick it up, try to get in. Pitched out wide to Lap. She's tied up and pulled down. Still there. Again, they'll try the corner. Quebec driving forward over the line. Is it a try, or did Nova Scotia keep it off the ground? They did!
And that's half.
What a defensive play as Quebec gets into the end zone with the ball, but they can't put it down for the try. And Nova Scotia continues to lead 2 scores, 21-7. Team Nova Scotia over Quebec. Let's catch our breath. We'll be right back. Second half on the way of the women's quarterfinal number 2.
Everything has brought her to this moment. She inches closer to the edge and summons the courage to leap. Because she knows the only way out is across when the floor is lava. Every big moment starts small.
Hello.
Hi, remember me? We bought your old house.
Yes.
We brought some mail.
Oh,
Hey.
the diaper subscription. I forgot to cancel it.
Yeah.
Oh, I bet the memories are coming back now. The BMO app helps you keep an eye on where your money's going.
Like how?
Well, for one, it would have told you this subscription price had gone up multiple times.
It's a lot of diapers.
Well, extra's good. So where's the baby?
Oh, he's right here. This is the baby.
And that ain't no baby.
We're back to the women's quarterfinal, our second quarterfinal of the afternoon. Nova Scotia against Quebec. My name is Matt Little, Seth Hyde alongside. Seth, I'm sure there's fans from Quebec here cheering. I can't hear them over the Nova Scotia crowd. I'm not sure I can hear you.
Oh, this is absolutely crazy, and we're right in the midst of the rowdy section up here, Matt.
Here comes Quebec. That pass went back a little bit too far. They'll fall on it along the turf and try to hold on to possession.
Release.
And Quebec will. Out wide left for Quebec. Wrapped up and brought to the ground.
She's got the...
Now turned over to Nova Scotia. And moving quickly forward was McLean. She is dropped down. Her teammates in there to help out.
She's not holding it.
Nova Scotia still there. A good spin to try to create some space, looking to find an option. But brought to the ground, picked up, a sprint forward. She's got it! Another try for Willis Glasgow.
Brownesha Willis Glasgow coming up huge for Nova Scotia. Her second try in a row and her second try of the game. She double dips here in this one. Conversion's good.
Thank you, Seth. Conversion good as we get another look. Quebec doing a good job holding things up until Willis Glasgow got it. There was just a slight hesitation, and that is all it takes for one of these teams to burn you. You might get away with these sort of things playing house league back home, but this is the Canada Games, and everybody came to play. Up in the air, Nova Scotia ball. As it bounces off, and Nova Scotia ends up recovering their own kick. Quebec has a player down behind the play here. So it's 7-on-6 for the moment. Nova Scotia trying to break loose. It's McLean looking for space. Lap chasing her down. Great job to wrap her up.
Well done.
Good work down there. Quebec just trying to hold on here. Down 28-7 in the second half. Not where you want to be, but they're still in striking distance. Both teams make a change. Number 8 coming in for both teams. That's Amy Gunn on for Nova Scotia.
Time's on.
And Alex Sandarine on for Quebec.
Say again? Oh, players. Thank you.
On the far side of the field as Quebec gets ready to throw this in. Nice one, perfectly done by Team Quebec until the referee shut it down.
Just a scrum or a line out. There's no opportunity to go.
Nova Scotia ball.
Scrum. Okay, scrum is here.
As the traveling Blue Nosers come to life again.
Here you go. So hook the scrum, please. Crouch.
Into the scrum.
Bind.
Nova Scotia will send the ball in now that they're set. And they dig it out. Nova Scotia, pitch out left. 1, 2, 3, pulls it in. Looking for the referee, yes!
Wow.
Maggie Hellier able to bring that one under control. It looked like it was going to get past her, but just a great job to be able to control that ball, hold on, and find the corner.
You'll get 30 seconds.
Well, rather than analyzing, I figured I'd let you listen into this Nova Scotia crowd.
And pulled it in from behind the body.
That's unbelievable.
Just over and in, despite being completely wrapped up by the Quebec defender.
What did Nova Scotia do when they went back to the residency, Matt?
Clearly, they've been eating their Wheaties.
They are a new team. Their last 2 games have been not that great for them, but they could wash that all away here with how they're playing right now.
Ball picked off by Quebec and then back to Nova Scotia. McLean's out wide again, and she's wrapped up and pulled down. Nova Scotia with it. Oh.
Got your feet, play on.
Quebec coming in hot, looking for it. Protecting the ball. Things getting physical out there. I know it's rugby, it always is, but maybe a little extra right in this moment. As Quebec fighting hard. Not where they thought they would be right now, down 33-7 with 2 minutes to play. As Quebec sends the ball forward into the Nova Scotia half. Nova Scotia will hustle back to pick it up. Hooper Dixon bringing it forward. And ball's knocked out, goes out of play. Substitution for Team Nova Scotia onto the pitch, number 11, Anya Culligan.
Okay, hold the gap.
Well, Nova Scotia just 2 minutes away from a semifinal in rugby sevens.
Are you the receiver or are you back there? Okay, back up, back up. Outside the 15, back up. Good.
Ball in, Quebec.
Stop, stop,
They'll give it the kick again, send it downfield, takes a funny hop. Nova Scotia will field it, and a good job by the Quebec defender, not letting her cut that corner. Nova Scotia up again. They'll pass back. This time around the corner. Does she have the gas? No. As Quebec catches up here late in the match, pulling down Amy Gunn. Nova Scotia will get it right back, however, and continue this relentless attack. McLean in the middle. Her pass picked off. Offside Quebec, and Nova Scotia will come forward again. Pitched out to wide right. You got it, Seth.
Hat trick for Preliminaries, Willis Glasgow. She's got 3. This is a game she will never forget.
Nova Scotia now up 38-7 here with 30 seconds left to play. The Nova Scotia crowd absolutely loving it.
Well, here it is right here after that offsides call. It's a beat line for the end zone and a hat trick for Brownesha Willis Glasgow.
So we've passed 7 minutes now here in the second half. Nova Scotia with a tiny kick.
Not 10.
Quebec to good to bring it back to center as they get going. One final rush for Team Quebec to just put something onto the board. One good move and then into that white wall. Quebec dishing off, but that ball bobbled. Nova Scotia able to pick it up.
And they want more points, I think.
McLean trying to do the corner again. She's got it.
They want more points, Matt.
Quebec in hot pursuit, but it's McLean in for the try.
2 hat tricks. 2 hat tricks for Nova Scotia. There's Flagman on the screen once again. Nova Scotia have come to life at the right time.
That's all. Quarterfinal number 2 over. Team Nova Scotia survive in advance as we get our first upset of the quarters. Nova Scotia over Quebec by a score of 43-7 here in women's quarterfinal number 2. Women's quarterfinal number 3 coming up in mere moments. No time to rest, and it's a rivalry game. Alberta, Saskatchewan. Stay with us. More action to come from the 2025 Canada Games.
Recycling sounds good on its own, but when it's done right, it's even more rewarding. And with Green Depot's express service, there's no waiting. Just drop and go. Who wouldn't love the sound of that? Visit greendepotnl.ca to learn more.
For millions of Canadians, too much screen time is a big issue. But for millions of others, zero screen time is an even bigger one. We're committed to growing digital inclusion.
Be seen, be heard, be remembered. Canadian AV, proud supporter of the 2025 Canada Summer Games.
Here come our next teams. It's our third women's quarterfinal matchup here in women's rugby sevens. Lots of hoops. The green for Saskatchewan, the blue for Alberta. As we get set to go, third quarterfinal, we've seen BC and Nova Scotia advance. 2 more spots in the semifinals. Saskatchewan versus Alberta for spot number 3. My name is Matthew Little. Beside me is Seth Hyde. Seth, I'm still trying to catch my breath after the last game. The first quarterfinal was one-sided. The second one ended up being one-sided, but the 3 seed knocking off the 2 seed.
And the 3 seed was a bonus for you, as that's your home province of Nova Scotia, and they picked up a huge W. So let's see if we'll see another upset here right now. It's going to be tough. Alberta was on fire throughout round robin play, but don't put it past Saskatchewan. Look at that huddle right there. They're ready to go.
On the way here, Alberta went 3-1 in Pool A, only losing against BC. Saskatchewan went 2-2 in women's Pool B action.
Okay, Blue, we're good.
Saskatchewan for the opening kick. In the air, and we are underway here in this third women's rugby sevens final. Alberta pitches out wide to the right, and now they'll start to move back into the middle of the pitch. Trying to barge through that line of defenders. Alberta picking up yards, keeping those feet moving before finally brought down to the grass.
Advantage. Scrum. Okay. Here's the mark. First pop.
Teams are going to scrum here. Just 40 seconds into the match.
Coach.
Saskatchewan will be the one to send the ball in.
Bind. Set.
Set. Here's the ball. Still in the legs. No one can find it. And the referee will step in.
Looked like Alberta was going to find it there at the tail end, but referee lost sight of it. And now Saskatchewan got the ball, and they're sure not complaining.
Saskatchewan pass down low, but they scoop it up off the turf before things are stopped by the referee. And right back into the scrum.
Great drive, but your knee hit the floor. Okay, your knee hit the floor.
Nowitzki was trying to keep that moving for Saskatchewan.
Coach.
Here we go again.
Set.
Set, and Alberta will play it in this time. And it is Alberta coming out with it. Trying to find some space. Alberta doing a good job finding space. Oh, nice pass to keep moving forward. But Saskatchewan stops them over on that far line.
Stay. Offside.
And offside. Here we go again. Alberta moving forward, trying to get through the wall of green and white, and they will. Opening try for Team Alberta at the 2-minute mark.
Well, Team Alberta finally busting by Saskatchewan's defense, striking first.
Just out of the way for the kicker, please.
No good on the kick. 5-0 Alberta over Saskatchewan here in the early going.
Let's have a look at this replay here. They kind of caught Saskatchewan napping there. I even thought we stopped play, but they jumped right in. And maybe a bit of a miscommunication there. That happens. And Alberta taking full advantage of that. Gemma Ogoke with the try.
Ogoke's had a very good day today for Team Alberta.
Counter up's great.
And Alberta aggressive here.
Needs to roll.
Alberta on the move. Out wide for number 1, Tasik. Moving down the side. Tasik will go all the way for Alberta, down for the try. Make it 10 points for Alberta.
Well, Alberta came to play. They are just doing so well to kick off this first half. It looked pretty evenly matched here to start off, but Alberta just finding ways through this Saskatchewan defense, and it's working.
Well, still far too early for Saskatchewan to throw in the towel here. They've got lots of fight. They've got lots of time left. But, I mean, the only thing that's stopped this Alberta women's sevens team so far is Team BC that was in their pool. Other than that, they have rolled.
And that was Sydney Tasic with that try just then to make this 10-0.
Here comes Saskatchewan one more time. Nice handoff. Pitched wide left. Saskatchewan making some yards. Saskatchewan trying to lose that last defender.
That's fine.
Still held on to.
Pass to release. You're good.
And the ball will be turned over to Alberta. Press from Saskatchewan, trying to slow down the team in white and blue. And doing a good job of it in the middle of the field. Alberta over on the far side of the pitch again. Ogoke trying to spin herself loose, couldn't do it, passed it off. And down to ground again.
Stay here, stay here.
Alberta still in control. Bobbled the pass back, and that ends up as a knock-on.
Marcus here.
Ball comes off your own hand to try to catch it and just falls slightly forward. That's still sending it forward, even if it seems like it's just you trying to pick it up. Any sort of movement forward of the ball like that, not allowed. It's got to be lateral or behind. Saskatchewan coming through, pass back, bumped around, and Alberta will pick the ball up off the turf. Alberta with a chance to go around that, around the corner, and down she does. Flying in, and it's the second try in a row for Sydney Tasic of Alberta. Another 5 points.
Well, Tasic making it 15 for Alberta in this first half. So good. They are so good. The teams here, I mean, it's so easy to see who's been with each other for such a long time, and this Alberta team so obviously so experienced in this one. Look at them pouncing on that loose ball. It's just one pass and gone.
Just a little stutter step, just enough to throw off the defender chasing her, and then it's round the outside, round the outside.
Not 10.
Into the final minute here in half number one. 17-0 Alberta over Saskatchewan.
Just gonna be right behind
Saskatchewan will take the ball here at center. And if they can make something happen here.
Let's go. Knocked there. Heads.
Let's bring it back.
That'll bless you now.
Referee marks the spot. And Alberta ready to send it into the scrum. Directly on center field.
Rock, set.
Player set, in it goes. And pulled out by Alberta. Trying to pull down the field, and she'll do it. Great acceleration, went right through, and Kutch is in for the try to end half number one.
Perfect.
Well, what an exclamation point to that half for Alberta. Great way to cap it off for them, and heading into the second half with even more to cheer about.
Absolutely wonderful stuff out of Maddie Kutch. Not the first time we've called her name throughout this tournament. Kick up again, and it's wide. So we end 22-0 Alberta over Saskatchewan after the opening half here in the third women's quarterfinal matchup. Alberta, Saskatchewan. We still have Ontario, New Brunswick to come here on the women's side. But first, let's take a break. We'll be back for half number two from the Canada Games.
Shirt. Okay, at the scrum? Yeah, on the back line.
For generations, we've been nurturing the communities where we live and work. Providing space to grow and preserving the environment that surrounds us. Because we understand that when we invest in communities, we invest in the future. Crosby, committed to community.
7 minutes down, 7 minutes to go in this third women's quarterfinal at the Canada Games 2025 here in St. John's. Alberta in control of Saskatchewan 22-0.
Well, I'd just like to say we saw an advertisement during the break just then from Crosby Services. Well, the president of the 77 games here in St. John's, Newfoundland and Labrador was Andrew Crosby, and the vice president of those games was James Fagan. And those two guys were co-owners of Crosby Services, so they're continuing support right up until these 2025 games.
Alberta kicks off to Saskatchewan to get things underway here in the second half. Saskatchewan still with time, a whole half to play, but they need to make something happen if they want to book their ticket to the medal round. They're working well here on that far side of the field. Saskatchewan protecting the ball from the far side, now brought down in the middle. Saskatchewan quickly into position. Stops, has a little look over the shoulder before passing off, just to see where everybody is. Every time you get the moment to try and just set back up. Alberta, a big blue wave coming in there. Players rushing to that side of the field and no space to operate. Alberta ball. Coming right through the middle with some steam. Defender there, pulls her down and stops the attack for now.
Here.
Good tackle by Saskatchewan. Flipped out. Oh, great job to avoid the tackle. That was slick from Tasic.
And that's a hat trick for her. She's got 3 tries in this game. Unbelievable
Just keep
stuff from
moving out of the way
her.
for the kicker, please. Hey, guys, keep moving out of the way for the kicker.
Yeah, that was really nicely done. Defenders were back there for Saskatchewan. Kick is wide, but just made a fantastic move. Alberta with the ball. Pitches out there and whoop, nope, going the other way. Nope, going the other way. Change of direction to first left and then right. Avoids those tacklers and gets in.
Well, how about that scanning by Captain Lucy Finson at first? You saw her at the bottom of that scrum looking around. Matt.
Here goes Saskatchewan on the run. Is she gonna get there in time? Defenders coming in, but they won't catch her. Gotta get that ball down, there it is. Abby McDonald scores the try for Team Saskatchewan. They're on the board.
Well, who else but Abby McDonald? The two Abbies were firing on all cylinders earlier today, and Abby McDonald keeps on moving into this quarterfinal with the same gumption and energy that she had earlier today. And who knows, maybe Saskatchewan can turn this game on its head.
It was a fantastic run for Saskatchewan. That's what they need. Kick is good. And a full 7 points for the try. Get another look at that run.
Beautiful catch there and just right up through the middle. I think I got to start talking more over you during the play because it seems like every time I do it, there's a try.
Kickoff
by McDonald there.
By Saskatchewan. Here comes Alberta. Looking to answer right back, but thrown hard down as McLean couldn't find any space. Alberta gets the ball forward. Lots of green in there, though, to make the tackles. Ball carrier shrugs one. Here comes another. Trying to turn on the speed, and she will. All the way in and all the way down. Lewicka scores for Alberta.
Well, Alberta with a wonderful response. Anything you can do, I can do better. And Alberta makes this a 32-7 game. Let's see if they can convert this kick from a weird angle.
Finson cannot put it through the uprights. Still 32-7. Alberta in firm control of the match. Avoids one tackler. Looked like she'd have to shake off another, but just speed. Just able to outrun the defenders all the way down the field. Saskatchewan tries to take that off the hop, but that's a knock on.
Scrum.
And the two teams will scrum down in the Saskatchewan half.
Coach. Bind. No. Oh, sorry. That's okay. No, I was talking to Lucy, sorry. Set.
Players set. Alberta plays the ball in. Alberta on the attack, looking for more. Faked the handoff and tried to go in the middle. All wrapped up. Saskatchewan again tackling well.
That's fine.
And not letting Finson get through.
You're fine. Okay, let's go.
Saskatchewan trying to come back out of their own end. Barrels into the
no hands, no
defender.
Hands, no hands.
Saskatchewan will kick this one down the field now. Race after the ball, and it takes a friendly Saskatchewan hop.
That's fine.
So Saskatchewan made up some ground there.
Knocked here. Okay, let's
ball
get
knocked on, and subs.
Well, we set up for the scrum. We need to go time off. Right here.
Ginger Newstead coming in for Saskatchewan there.
And Chanel Mann, number 3 for Team Alberta.
Coach! Bind!
Players set in the scrum as Alberta puts the ball into the chaos. Digs it out quickly. Ball over the head of the intended receiver. Alberta back after it, but it's touched and goes out.
Pushed her.
Just 30 seconds away from 7 minutes
right here.
Here in the second half.
Tap it.
Teams are lined up in the corner waiting to come onto the pitch to play quarterfinal number 4.
Advantage.
As this ball is turned over off of a tackle, Saskatchewan looking to come back. No space for Saskatchewan to move forward. Referee marking the spot again for the scrum as we pass 7 minutes.
Here. Right here, guys. Hookers, come on over, please. Oh, my bad. Perfect, thanks, guys. Okay, last play here. Coach! Bind! Set!
Into our final play as the ball is set back in. Alberta trying to go out on one more try. Taken off the pitch.
No.
Saskatchewan with a good job to wrap up Wolbaum and not let her through. And that's all. Third quarterfinal is over. Alberta advancing to the semifinals with a 32-7 win over Saskatchewan.
Yeah, that one back there.
So 3 spots in the semifinals are done. BC, Nova Scotia, Alberta. Here comes Ontario and New Brunswick. We'll be back for that one, the final of the women's quarterfinals, on the way here for the 2025 Canada Games.
Yeah. And I didn't.
A full life means something different to everyone. However you define a full life, we're here, paving the way for better access to care and empowering you every step of the way.
So what makes Quinlan different? Quality. The quality of our products and the quality of the relationships that we have developed with the people who harvest, process, transport, and ultimately buy that product.
One more spot remains in the semifinals in women's rugby sevens at the 2025 Canada Games. Alberta just punched their ticket in. BC is there. Nova Scotia is there. And here comes Ontario and New Brunswick to get that final spot. Lots of shots of fans from both sides, although I'd say there's more New Brunswick support than Ontario, although there's definitely lots of support of folks in the red trillium here for Team Ontario, but New Brunswick, that flag is waving high and proud. Team Ontario in the all-red uniforms. Team New Brunswick, white, green, and maroon.
Well, New Brunswick sneaking into this quarterfinal with a big defensive stop against Team Newfoundland and Labrador in the final play of the game, keeping the hosts out of these playoffs by an inch, and that's not an exaggeration.
On the attack right away, here comes Ontario with little space on the wing, a gap on the defender. Ontario racing toward the end zone. And she will get there, down for the try. 22 seconds in, Ontario has the opening score.
Well, you'd expect no less from Team Ontario. They're undefeated for a reason, and wonderful fast start for them. They always start on time. There hasn't been one game yet where they haven't shown up as soon as that whistle goes, and that's so important to winning and winning in these tournaments.
Kick is good to add 2 more points, 7-0 Ontario early on. A great run, showing some good speed from Lauren Smith as she scores the try for Ontario to open this quarterfinal matchup in women's sevens. New Brunswick tries to field it but dropped the ball. And now it's Ontario in possession. You can't afford to be giving the ball away right now against Team Ontario. Ontario picks it up, tries to come right through the wall, no dice. No space through Team New Brunswick that time. A second attempt, picking up the ball and charging forward, and Ontario will score another try. Number 9, Ainsley McDonnell, adding 5 more for Ontario. Looking for the extra 2 points. This one shanked just a little bit wide. Quick drink of water for Team Ontario and back to it.
Well, it all starts once again from a scrum, and Ontario using their team. Look, everybody in the team involved as McDonald just takes it home to give them a 12-0 lead.
Once again, New Brunswick not able to catch that ball cleanly, and it's in Ontario hands. All kinds of chaos over there as Ontario digs it out. Ontario coming right at that back line. A nice flip of the ball to the right into open space down the field, and it's a try again for Team Ontario. Drew Spencer gets the try this time. Ontario in full flight and here in this quarter.
They're not going to stop, Matt, until they come for that gold medal. They have been an absolute wagon in this tournament, and we've talked about it so much. They are undefeated for a reason, and they'll pick up 2 more points here. A nice snag by somebody in the crowd. And here's the replay right here. Again, the team getting involved, and Drew Spencer taking it all the way home and just saying thank you and tapping it down.
We've got 2 undefeated teams left in women's sevens. BC 5-0 after winning their quarterfinal. Ontario seeking to join them. New Brunswick's got possession this time around. See if they can get something cooking. Doing a good job keeping those legs moving up the field here. Gaining some hard yards for Team New Brunswick. Ball on the turf. Ontario kicks it forward. Great play. Ontario gets it into the end zone. Mind the post. Down for the try.
Well, nicely done there by Ontario. Breaking out some soccer skills there too to get that over the line and then just jump on it as it's 24-0.
Wondered if that ball was going to come off of the post there, whether it was going to get into the end zone, but it took just a friendly roll for Ontario and they're able to pounce.
Let's see if they can add a +2 here. No, just under. A good attempt from them.
McInnes not able to get it through on the kick. It's been number 7, Dingwall, that's been doing most of the kicking for Ontario throughout this tournament. Not sure if she's on the pitch right now or not, as that was touchdown. And why not let McInnes take the kick, because that was her try. New Brunswick back in their own side. New Brunswick trying to break through, pulled down. And the New Brunswick crowd, anything that goes the way of their team right now, they love it. They haven't had much to cheer about, but it only takes one. Referee marking the spot as the teams get ready to go into the scrum. New Brunswick will be the one to throw it in. Players set. And dug out by New Brunswick. Trying to come through. There's not much space to operate. New Brunswick faked going for the kick, and then the pass goes off the hands and into the Ontario backfield. We get a stop. Over for another scrum, this time on the far side of the pitch, and Ontario to be the one to send it into the legs. Just the cacophony of limbs. "30 seconds away from the end of half number 1 as Ontario looks for more. Nice back pass. Trying to fight her way forward, but knocked down in a quick back pass. Ontario tried to make the pass again. New Brunswick knocked it down. Ball's still live on the pitch. Ontario still there with it, in possession. They'll pitch it out wide to the left side. Smith has had some room to run today. She's shut down here. Ball back, grabbed out of the air. Little bit of space, little juke.
Oh, well done.
And Ontario in for another score.
Well, that's another one for Isabella McInnes. She's just been so good for Ontario today. And just before the end of this first half here, she'll really put the cherry on top for this Ontario team.
Yep, this will be
Ravaging Reds, we'll call them.
This will be halftime right after the kick, which is up and good. So halftime, Ontario 31, New Brunswick no score. Stay with us. The rest of this quarterfinal is on the way from the 2025 Canada Games.
A full life means something different to everyone. However you define a full life, we're here, paving the way for better access to care and empowering you every step of the way.
So what makes Quinlan different? Quality. The quality of our products and the quality of the relationships that we have developed with the people who harvest, process, transport, and ultimately buy that product.
Time for the second half. This is our final of the women's quarterfinals here from the Swilers Rugby Club. Ontario just 7 minutes away from a spot in the semifinals. My name is Matt Little, joined right now by Gareth Reese with Rugby Canada. Thanks so much for being here.
Oh, thanks, Matt. Great to be here. Great scenes out here in Newfoundland. The New Brunswick faithful supporting their women. Not quite going their way right now, but those jerseys are awesome. Well done, everyone, on the jerseys.
If there was a gold medal for style, New Brunswick would be winning it.
You got it. You got it.
Absolutely love it. Absolutely love it.
Don't want to date myself, but I played in the Canada Games in 1985 in St. John, New Brunswick, 15 aside. But this is wholly different. Awesome to see all these athletes out here. As you said, the fourth of these quarterfinals for the under-18 women here.
Yeah, I really think Rugby Sevens really fits well into the Canada Games. Obviously, Rugby 15s, those are some big, big teams to bring over, whether it's just squeezing the bodies into the athletes' village or the extra cost to everybody. Rugby Sevens just seems to be a good fit.
Yeah, and the nature of the contact, the physical demands. Let's take a look on the outside here. Good cover tackle there. But the physical demands, you can fit a tournament of sevens into 2 or 3 days, which makes a huge difference.
And New Brunswick not saying die here. They might be down against Ontario, but fighting hard. As that ball gets through the wickets, New Brunswick quickly picking it back up to keep it away from Ontario. Can they find a way forward?
There from... Sorry, that was Jenna McAllister off the bench. They're trying everything in the back. Oh, they've turned it over. And it's Cossie giving it to this woman. She's already got 2. That one goes out the back door. The offload to Epimolu, and she's going to run around. Turning defense into offense, Matt.
Yep, so quick, so quick. That's what these most successful teams have been able to do throughout this competition, is to be able to flip that switch, to go from one straight into the other. And the ones that don't have to play with the ball for very long, because as soon as it's into their hands, boom, right down.
Yeah, and for some of the older crew out there maybe watching that haven't played sevens rugby, obviously you got the whole field. As you see, there's the turnover. Good awareness here. She's stepping away. Guinness showing her talent. And then look at the power, driving the legs right through the ponytail, getting it down under the post. But so much, obviously, full-size field in sevens, only 7 defenders, so it can get really tiring in defense. But Ontario did a good job of holding their shape there, turn it into points.
Ball back into Ontario, or to New Brunswick. We passed 2 minutes now of the second half. Ontario still driving forward. The wheels on that train never stop.
Yeah, Lauren Smith, the captain, trying to dig that one out. But it's going to be a knock-on, so an opportunity and real positive energy from the New Brunswick women. Subs coming on. Nice moment there for Catherine Gautreau. Coming on fresh legs, see if she can make an impact.
Fresh legs has been another one of the big keys throughout this tournament, because it has been so hot here in St. John's. Everyone's got to stay hydrated. You got to stay ready to go.
Well, it's so hot that we're getting forest fire warnings, and a few people watching the game finding out they're going to be evacuated. That kick doesn't go to hand. Good arcing run, and again, great power from Sid Young.
Yeah, able to blow past that defender, turn on the jets and go. Wonderfully done. 5 more on the board for Ontario.
Maybe not the best option, the kick through there. Obviously, they're looking to regain possession, the New Brunswick women, but couldn't get their hands on it in this dangerous Ontario team.
We know the kick is dangerous. It works out great if you can win that sprint to it, but you are kicking it directly toward the other team. So there's always a chance that you're not going to be able to get that possession back. And I've already talked about it in this game. New Brunswick was having some trouble getting out of the blocks, didn't help them at the start of the game. And you just can't be giving the ball away cheaply to Team Ontario.
Yeah, and too much space for the pace. Running around the corner there was Young. Good balance, and she's fresh off the bench too. Yeah, the wind is actually going away from our broadcast position where this camera is here to the other side of the field. So we'll see how that plays out into the, especially in the semifinals. Of course, 4 men's quarterfinals still to come, man. That's going to be good.
Oh yeah, whoa, right on the attack again with speed. That's in for a try.
Epimolu, again, the mistakes from New Brunswick getting punished clinically by this Ontario team.
Epimolu has been an absolute standout throughout these games for Ontario.
funny, as a lot of us are following our national women's team. She has a very much a look and feel about her as Pamphilette Vuisa. Unfortunately, I think some tough news coming. She may have sustained an injury against Ireland, but this is what Pam Vuisa does for our national team. When the ball doesn't get cleaned up, she's on it, and she's off and running. Look at that, great pickup at pace.
And there are so many players coming into this. You know, everybody has their bio on the Canada Games website. So many people have said, you know, I want to get noticed. I want to get scouted. I want to be on the Team Canada radar. And this is their opportunity to do that. Everybody coming into one spot here in St. John's for the Canada Games.
And lots of alum, obviously, who have gone through this. And the women were obviously the only team here. The men weren't here in Niagara last time out. So great opportunity for the men's seventh to join the party here in St. John's, Newfoundland.
The Brunswick crowd making some noise as the girls come forward. First time in a while, New Brunswick's been up towards center. Say the roof would come off the place if they're able to get in and score a try, even though there's no roof.
Yeah, that's good width from the New Brunswick team, getting it to see Vivienne Blanche. There's a nice little offload, power running there.
Simpson's been excellent as well for New Brunswick all throughout this. In there now to pick the ball back up, get it back to her teammates, but
that's going to be a penalty. Matt playing the scrum half. She was trying to get the ball away, so good refereeing there from our team. And they've chosen a scrum, New Brunswick have. That's their option when they're awarded the penalty. Pretty common in sevens rugby that they'll choose this. As you watch, 6 women are now going to come in and be part of this scrum. That creates more space for all the pace players out there. Ontario obliged to put 3 into the scrum time.
You're into the final minute here in this second half. The last quarterfinal for the women. We still have 4 men's quarterfinals getting set to go. And the men's competitions, they've both been absolutely excellent here. Well, I'm a Nova Scotian, so I was very thrilled with what happened in that quarterfinal game. Very, very exciting match, and again, a massive crowd that's traveled over from Newfoundland's closest neighbor to be able to do that.
I think Nova Scotia is going to get British Columbia, a strong team.
Yeah, it's a tough test.
Ontario team's been equally powerful. I don't think I want to play either one of them. They look like they're going to get through this last quarterfinal.
Dingwall back to pick it up deep in her own end. Pass over the shoulder, and New Brunswick in there.
Going to go back to the referees. He had an offside at the previous breakdown. So a chance for Ontario, and Ontario would get Alberta. The scoreline holds up, so some really good tilts. Traditional rivalry in Canadian rugby.
Mm-hmm.
And for these other teams, like New Brunswick hasn't gone their way here, but there is what we call the consolation round, so they'll still be playing rugby and they'll still be playing for positions here.
Seth and I have talked about it. It's so short, just 3 days worth of competition. You want to be able to come here and play on all 3 days.
Yeah, great to see the families here supporting and being a part of a multi-sport event. I played in this a long time ago and rugby really wasn't as established. And for all these women and the men upcoming next, to be part with all the other sports, with basketball and volleyball and sailing and all the other sports that are here, just really legitimizes rugby, takes it to the next level. Of course, these women get to turn on the Olympics and watch us win silver medals in Paris. So they're not short of role models, but for the men, it's equally important to have a chance to play against the best.
Final. Our semifinals are set. Ontario advances over New Brunswick by a score of 46-0. And we know the 4 teams that will compete for a medal here at the 2025 Canada Games. Gareth, thanks so much. We hope to see you again.
Thanks, mate. That was great to be part of it, and I'm looking forward to a couple of days here. It'll be very exciting.
All right, stay with us. The men ready to take the field in moments here from the 2025 Canada Games.
A full life means something different to everyone. However you define a full life, we're here, paving the way for better access to care and empowering you every step of the way.
So what makes Quinlan different? Quality. The quality of our products and the quality of the relationships that we have developed with the people who harvest, process, transport, and ultimately buy that product.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're back again. It's knockout time here at the Swilers Rugby Club in beautiful St. John's, Newfoundland and Labrador. My name is Seth Hyde alongside Matt Little. It's a heavy hitter, Team Ontario, one of the favorites in this tournament, taking on Team Nova Scotia, who have really punched above their weight so far in both female and male divisions. They picked up a big win earlier in the female division to go on to the Final Four, but right now we're focused on their male teams. And let's see how they do here. This is going to be a phenomenal game. Matt, you are a Nova Scotian in your own right, and once again, they had some pretty big fanfare here.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't have to do any cheering for these guys because I swear half the province of Nova Scotia is here making noise for the team in white and blue right now. They have had excellent support. Again, Team Ontario's here. Lots of red T-shirts over to the left of our broadcast position.
And this is back-to-back games for the province of Ontario as the female team just took on another Atlantic Canadian squad in New Brunswick. Oh, and a heavy collision there to get this game started. The clock has yet to start here at Swilers, and now it has. And we are officially now underway here as Ontario working the ball nicely.
I expect the tempo to pick up just a little bit. The women's teams, of course, fantastic, but we've said throughout this, you know, that's an under-18 tournament. The men's an under-20 tournament here at the Rugby Sevens. These guys are a little bit bigger, a little bit older, a little bit stronger, a little bit faster, and the games are intense. Just look at that.
Wow, look at this. Ontario not going to give up easy. Nova Scotia have Ontario pinned right now in their own end. A great start, but not so fast. Here come Ontario. Moving on in, and some nice tackling here by Nova Scotia, but Ontario gaining some yards, and what a pass cross field as Ontario's still moving the ball. It's Doan. Now long for Harvey, who gives it back to Doan. Doan will throw it all the way back. Ontario still maintaining possession nicely here. Oh, that's a lovely fake. Absolutely beautiful here from Ontario. They are in. Wow. Take a bow, Joe Kaufman. He has been an MVP so far in this tournament.
That was sick. Can I say that word? Am I too old? Just
go right ahead.
Absolutely outstanding on the fake to make that happen. I didn't think he had a chance to make it through there. Nova Scotia had been holding the line, defending really, really well in that opening minute, and then just that fake was just another level.
Picture perfect for sure as that goes right up through the uprights and once again into the Tim Hortons truck. That's a dangerous job in there, it seems, as it's 7-0 for Ontario.
Yep, here's your ice cap and here's your rugby ball.
I mean, we'll all be right in line then if I can get my hands on one of the balls here for this tournament. Absolutely gorgeous, branded and everything. And a bit of a whoopsie kickoff here for Ontario as Nova Scotia will be able to reset and gain possession from center field. Well, Nova Scotia checking the ball in here.
Good quick passing.
Beautiful stuff from Nova Scotia, almost through the crowd there. They're still digging, still pushing. Looking to ride the high that their female team had earlier, and they might almost be through there against Ontario. My goodness, they're giving them a run for their money for sure.
These guys have had some good performances in this competition. They are no slouch, despite being matched up against Canada's biggest province.
And Van Dam will keep it swinging. Nova Scotia always known for their athletics. They produce some top-end talent, and they're almost in here. Oh, they're so close to the end zone. You can feel the suspense building, and now they might be through. Oh, they're going straight through the uprights here. They're so close, and that'll go Ontario's way. Oh, Nova Scotia was inches away.
Not just the offside there, battling for the ball. It stinks to get in that tight and come away with no points. Great tackle, wrapping up the legs of Kaufman, who's right back up.
Well, Kaufman will leave it behind. There's a one-handed catch, and Ontario is through, and away they go. Right through the middle of the uprights. It looks like it's Cohen Schroeder who will touch it down for a try. 12-0 for Ontario.
A good play for Schroeder, and he'll get to do the kick himself. Just over the bar.
That'll do. That will be enough. And here's the replay. There's that one-handed catch from him, just juggling it on one hand, and he's all the way through.
10 seconds.
Now look at Nova Scotia. On both sides of the pitch, they're ready to send somebody up to get this ball because they know Ontario's going to sky it.
Oh, there we go. Well done. Absolutely beautiful. Nova Scotia is gone. A picture-perfect play, and Nova Scotia is on the board.
Williams with the try for Team NS. And that's how you counter. They knew what was coming, and now the Nova Scotia Horns come back to life.
Last convert from Ontario was good, yes. Ontario move.
Well, Owen Williams, so well done right there, and let's see if Nova Scotia can pick up a big 2 points right now.
Thurtell with the kick, and the wind is going to take it.
Oh, he had it. He had it. A big gust of wind coming up and changing the direction.
All 14 flags down past those posts he was just kicking toward are all in full flight as we get another look at that run. Lifted up to grab the ball, and as soon as his feet hit the ground, no one was going to catch Williams.
Well, that's way up in the air, brought down here as Ontario gain possession of the ball, and they get going, and they're gone.
Able to turn that corner so quick and get moving upfield. The last defender trying to force him out.
And he will. Whoa! What a challenge. It looked like Ontario was surely through there, but Nova Scotia recovering nicely under pressure.
14-5, still anybody's game here. As we get a better look at this one from up close. And yoink!
Charlie Thurtle with a wonderful, wonderful tackle right there to keep NS in this game. And the referee telling Nova Scotia to get ready to go. And
not straight, clear contest to the front. Option.
looks like that's going to be a
Ontario
call
option.
against Nova Scotia here as Ontario are going to gain possession.
So Ontario choosing to have a scrum here.
Quickly, boys, please. Let's go.
Approaching the end of half number one.
Crouch. Bind.
And a great look at the scrum here from the crew of Universal Media.
Bind on your hooker. No, you're not bound on your hooker.
Well, Team Nova Scotia getting called out here in the scrum.
Get in position.
And we're nearing the end of our first half here.
Early.
And this is going to go Ontario's way. They could pick up some more points before halftime as they push forward.
That's a great redirection. And they try another one, but Nova Scotia is wise to it.
No, way, off your feet.
And a heavy shove there by Ontario as they keep the ball moving.
Just trying to help Nova Scotia get back on side.
Now another great challenge
keep going,
by Nova Scotia, and Ontario are going to reset out high. And here they go, steamrolling right into the end zone. Oh my goodness, Cohen Schroeder is a monster.
His second try will be essentially the last action of the first half. Nova Scotia just needs to get out of the line of sight for the kicker. from downtown.
It's up and it won't be good. Nicely caught by Nova Scotia player there. Well, here's the replay of that try of Cohen Schroeder. Well, here's the tackle at first here. And Ontario
I'm good.
keep it moving all the way along. They give it right to Cohen Schroeder, and he does the rest.
On the scrum, early push. Yeah.
Oh, early push from us? Okay.
Yeah.
Great move and down for the try. We're into the half, Seth.
Yeah.
Well, it's a sizzling summer's evening here at Swilers Rugby Club. My name is Seth Hyde alongside Matt Little. We'll be back for the second half of action.
Atlantic Lottery is proud to sponsor important community initiatives like this year's Canada Games.
It's my time, it's my time, it's my time. I'ma leave it all on the line. Better believe I'll get mine. Now or never, it's my time, it's my time, it's my time. I'ma leave it all on the line. Better believe I'll get mine. Now or never, it's my time, it's my time, it's my time.
Well, jumping straight into action here of this second half, 19 seconds have gone by here. As we got a throw in for Team Nova Scotia early on here. As Ontario will pick it up and they'll just run it right in. It looks like that's Adam Doan, the captain of Team Ontario, getting them on the board in this second half.
Wasting no time on the try here in the second half. Team Ontario, as they get down and add another 5 points to their total.
Seconds.
Well, sorry about that, folks. I had to go chase after a sheet of paper that ran away from me. Thank you, Matt, for covering for me there while I was gone.
Plus 2 points on the kick.
The wind has been no joke here at the Swilers Rugby Club, and there's Adam Doan running right through and touching it down.
10 seconds.
Well, another whoopsie kickoff here from Ontario as Nova Scotia will gain possession.
Let's go, Nova Scotia.
Nova Scotia still with some time to make things happen. Still some shouts from their supporters here in the crowd.
And they'll check the ball in here as Keegan Dalton turned that over. Bouncing ball, Ontario communicating nicely with each other, and that one's dropped, and it's a knock on, and Nova Scotia will get possession, and it looks like we have a substitution coming in for Team Nova Scotia. It's Wyatt Langvin.
Advantage wasn't over from the first of your scrum. Yeah, first one here, second one here.
Hey, I'm shadowing. Match, Tony.
Okay.
I'm coming low.
Well, it's pretty cool to hear the voices from down there on the pitch, the communication going on through both teams. And I thought that was a knock-on against Nova Scotia here, or against Ontario, that would have went in favor of Nova Scotia, but it looks like it is Ontario's ball, and away they go. Well done from Ontario. It'll just bounce out of play and right down onto the practice field. And this will be Nova Scotia possession on the sideline. Oh, what a nice fake there by Nova Scotia. Well done from them. A trick play. as they'll work it back. Oh, it's dropped, and that's a knock-on against them. I mean, the trick play worked for them really well there.
Yeah, that was really, really nice. Unfortunately, just the mistake and not able to capitalize on the opportunity.
Nova Scotia, stay in the scrum until the ball's out, please, okay? Thank you.
Well, Nova Scotia once again being scolded by this referee here.
Bind. Set.
Both teams ready in the scrum. Ontario will place it in, and they'll take it out the other side. Lovely pass just up in the air. Oh, Nova Scotia with a kick, and it's off to the races now. The 100-meter dash for that loose ball, and a beautiful kick by Ontario. And Nova Scotia is looking for a knock-on that play.
Okay, knock on first.
And they are going to call a knock-on, but it wasn't the first one. But they will get one anyway, Matt.
Yeah, the crowd definitely came alive. They did not like that. Did not like that call very much. I have to say the officials have done a wonderful job all throughout this tournament. All yesterday, all today. They will again tomorrow. It's been difficult on the officials as well, being out there in the heat. We've been rotating a couple of teams, taking turns out there on the pitch.
And doing it solo as well. It's not like hockey where there's two of them. It's only one official referee.
Okay, let's go, Ontario. Ontario,
One referee, no access to replay. It's just all got to be done down there.
Park's here for you.
Called in the live.
Yep. Watch though, eh? Watch.
10 sec on. Crouch. Bind.
Well, here we go, Nova Scotia with possession in a dangerous area as they attempt to fish it out the other side, and the ball's still rolling, and it's going to be Ontario that comes away with it. Lovely passing from them as they keep the ball moving, and away they go. Well done here by Ontario's number 12, Declan Krugy, but Nova Scotia will take over possession once again.
Krugy tackled and attempted to get back up and move forward. And once you're down, you have to let your teammate come in and grab that ball.
Well, some nifty moves from Nova Scotia here. Oh, what a pass. It'll end up working out for them as the ball comes back out the other side. Van Dam will keep it moving. And Nova Scotia as a whole keeps the ball moving here. Well done. Big tackle there as comes back out. Van Dam flicks it high in the air.
Number 9. All the way back onside, please.
And offsides against Ontario here. Nova Scotia checks it back into play. Van Dam. Oh, what a beautiful fake from him, and a leap of faith right there. Nova Scotia keeping possession. Oh, what a beautiful kick. But it is turned over. But they have got it deeper into Ontario territory. And now Ontario looks like they're going to bust it out of their own end here with speed. They could go coast to coast, and away they go. Ontario off to the races, take it home all the way down coast to coast like buttered toast. It's Cohen Schroeder with his third of the game. Ontario are rocking.
A no-win situation there for the defender, Carrington, for Nova Scotia. He had to play the ball carrier and try to make the block, even though he knew that toss was going to go out to the guy on the wing. All he could try and do was get there first or be able to knock it down. And a nice high pass over the top of Carrington. And it's just a sprint from there as Schroeder takes it all the way down the field and in for Ontario.
Well, I think that the entire province of Newfoundland and Labrador is starting to stroll in early for their tilt coming up against Alberta, the second last game of the day.
You got to get a good spot.
You absolutely do, and this is a great venue for it.
10 seconds.
And that's going to be an exciting game.
5 seconds.
Go get the ball, Jack.
Ontario letting as much time pass as possible before they put that ball back into play. 33-5 as we just about hit 7 minutes. Ontario's going to advance. They just want this over and done with. And, oh, Nova Scotia refusing to say die.
Well, that's going to be it. Team Ontario are moving on to the Final Four. Great job by Nova Scotia. They will be playing for consolation tomorrow, so their tournament is not over yet. Well, folks, thank you very much for tuning in this one. Be sure to be kind to one another, stay safe, and we will see you next time around. Seth Hyde, Matt Little from the Swilers Rugby Club in St. John's, Newfoundland and Labrador.
Cheers. Thanks.
I almost just stayed here. I was in a hole.
Legends aren't born, they're built. Icons don't become icons overnight. What you hear about is the achievement. What you see is the result. But greatness is built on wellness. So here's to heroes unsung, efforts unseen, and distant dreams humbly attained.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Swilers Rugby Club here in the beautiful capital city of Newfoundland and Labrador. It's St. John's. It's the 2025 Canada Summer Games, the second time the beautiful city of St. John's has hosted these Summer Games. And we see everybody mingling there in the crowd. Nice shot from our crew here at Universum Media, and that's what it's all about. Look at that deck with the lights up and everything. Social.
This is a wonderful place to take in a game. You don't get to take them in for very long in rugby sevens. It sure does go by fast. And we've got just 3 games left today, 3 men's quarterfinals. We've already had the first one, Seth. Ontario booking their spot into the semis as they defeated Nova Scotia.
And there's a look of all the flags of all the provinces and territories, and of course our great white north.
Boys, let's just keep doing what we're doing. Let's just have
There's
a
the
good time.
Canadian flag, and then in order of the provinces and territories that joined Confederation here in Canada.
Sweet.
So if you needed a little bit of a history lesson, study up, left to right.
Of course, Newfoundland and Labrador, the last province to join in 1949. 76 years, celebrated our 75th anniversary last year.
Long day, yeah. Yeah.
And folks are piling in for this next game. Folks piling in for the game after that, because of course the host team is still to come
So like humidity,
here this evening.
the sun, I don't know. Yeah.
Well, could you imagine the scenes here if we saw an upset in that game between Alberta and Team NL, and this could be a game we see an upset in. New Brunswick have been red hot today. They have got their stuff in order, and they just haven't looked back. So Quebec could have their hands full in this game.
We will point out that this is game number 3 on the day for New Brunswick. They had the lighter schedule on day number 1, and they're making up for it here on day number 2. So they've got a few extra miles under the legs today without getting a chance to rest that off. And the Quebec men will no doubt be fired up after the Quebec women's team was upset in their quarterfinal and failed to advance.
Well, Alex Newhook just walked in here. And for those of you who don't know, Montreal, well, the Quebec viewers would know, Montreal Canadian, one of 2 Newfoundlanders and Labradorians in the NHL right now, and he is in the building.
Dawson wasn't available?
I guess not, but I'm sure he's taking in some other sports here at the Canada Summer Games as we are underway. Quebec versus New Brunswick, 2 of the most French-speaking provinces in our great country. We're very happy to have all of you joining us from wherever you're watching from, and Quebec might be getting started early here, taking off all the way down the pitch. Bring it home. Quebec is there and in for the opening try of this quarterfinals.
That's really the talisman of this Quebec team for the men's. That is Tessier getting down the pitch all the way in there for the try. Nobody else I would have expected to get down and score those first points for Quebec, and he'll stay there to take the conversion try as well, which he hits.
Well, Tessier, wonderful job from him. A solo effort there to take it all the way down and then complete the kick himself. And look at that. Straight in through those uprights.
McLean with him stride for stride, but just not able to get up all the way.
The two gentlemen wearing scrum caps as well, chasing after each other on that play.
Well, there's multiple scrum caps in this game on both sides of the ball. It's a good look. I like it.
It definitely adds to the style, that's for sure. It's going to be New Brunswick who checks it in play here. Oh my goodness, what a hard tackle right there. Both teams looking to pry the ball out of each other's hands. New Brunswick going to come out with it. It's left behind. McLean keeping it moving. Here's Tobin now. Tobin gets that stripped right out of his hands. Quebec looking to take it up the other way.
Advantage over.
Left behind now. Quebec gets moving. It's Tessier. Leaving it behind. And now that's kicked forward. And it's Tessier who will collect it for himself, and he will, not yet, now he will double dip in this quarterfinals. 12-0 to Team Quebec. And there's the Quebec flag waving proud here at the Swilers Rugby Club.
It's headgear helping headgear. You love to see it as Gabriel Ricci, number 4, the other guy with the cap on, getting the ball to Tessier, and Tessier takes it all the way to the house, pays the price a little bit as he gets in there, but gets the try. 5 points to Quebec. And looking for the kick from a good range. This one will be pulled wide. So 12-0, Quebec leads New Brunswick.
12-0 to Quebec. A dream start for them to this game.
You have 15 seconds.
And there it is right there, that try that almost was.
We've already seen several times, just because somebody has crossed the goal line, this is rugby. You've got to place that ball down. You've got to place it down with implied, or, real downward pressure. You can't just, well, I'm here, good enough. We've all seen those NFL highlights where somebody's gloating and drops the ball on the one. Well, as soon as he crosses the plane of the line in the NFL, that is a touchdown. In rugby, nope, you've got more work to do, even though you're in the end zone, and the defense still has time to stop you if they can hustle.
Well, that's put high in the air, and it goes right into the hands of Tessier again. And, Quebec with just some lovely passing. Brilliant stuff. They're going to keep moving fast here. As that comes along, Quebec making their way into the end zone. It's Robida who's in, and Quebec have picked up another try. The blonde bomber is back out on the field, Matt. We haven't seen him since the first game.
Chaz Grenier is the one who finally caps things off here for Team Quebec.
Well, 17-0 to La Belle Province.
10 seconds.
And that kick is up by Tessier, and that will go wide.
It's wonderful passing, as you were pointing out, Seth, all the way on that last play for Quebec. So quick, they were moving the ball from player to player. As hard as New Brunswick was tackling, every time they did, the ball was in the hands of a different blue shirt.
Well, another high kick here from Quebec, and New Brunswick get it down the pitch.
Ball's available.
Nice passing from them as they get the ball moving. It's Carter Tobin taking it up the other way, and Tobin got speed, and Tobin might be gone here. Carter Tobin, he just dropped it. Oh, good attempt from him and a nice run by another scrum cap wearer.
It looked like Tobin had held the ball out, like he was going to fake that he was going to kick it to go forward. And well, anytime you're holding the ball out on that fake, you are tempting fate just a tiny bit.
Well, New Brunswick still attempting to move the ball forward. It's Giddings down on the ground. It'll be recovered. And here they go. New Brunswick is through. And they're going to go right up through the middle of the uprights and get a try and get 1 foot in the door. They're back in the game. And they'll have a pretty high percentage chance to make this a 2-point play.
I want to say Kilburn got the first try in New Brunswick's last game as well. He has explosive acceleration when he gets going. And a big body as well, able to go more often than not right through the middle.
Well, that was a high kick, but it works. And here's the try right here. Right up through the crowd and right in to the end zone. Well, New Brunswick gonna touch this one, so Quebec will have to start at center.
Right at center, therefore. If I stand right behind you, am I okay?
Here's Quebec looking for one last play of this first half. As they make it up the other way, oh, flying through, but a nice last-ditch effort by New Brunswick.
Charlie Preston, none shall pass.
Beautiful work from Quebec, and it's Tessier with a first half try hat trick. He touches it down. Final action of the half. Quebec are up 22-7.
Just a wonderful little flip in there.
On your kick. You have 20
to
seconds.
Tessier. He has been the engine for this Quebec team as he adds another 2 before the half.
Well, that's going to do it for our first half of action. Here's the try one more time for you guys before we head to break. It's Tessier bringing it in, laying it down, and that'll do it for our first half. Final score after one, 24 for Quebec, 7 for New Brunswick. Seth Hyde, Matt Little will be back for the second half after a short break.
Everything has brought her to this moment. She inches closer to the edge and summons the courage to leap. Because she knows the only way out is across when the floor is lava. Every big moment starts small.
Hello.
Hi, remember me? We bought your old house.
Yes.
We brought some mail.
Oh.
Hey.
The diaper subscription. I forgot to cancel it.
Yeah.
Oh, I bet the memories are coming back now. The BMO app helps you keep an eye on where your money's going.
Like how?
Well, for one, it would have told you this subscription price had gone up multiple times.
It's a lot of diapers.
Well, extra's good. So where's the baby?
Oh, he's right here. This is the baby.
And that ain't no baby.
Well, welcome back, everybody, to the historic Swilers Rugby Club from St. John's, Newfoundland and Labrador, the beautiful capital city of our great province. It's Team Quebec versus Team New Brunswick on a sizzling summer day here in this beautiful city. Seth Hyde and Matt Little on the call. Very happy to have you joining us today and throughout this tournament. One more day to go. This has gone in a flash.
Certainly has. We've talked about it many times, how short this Rugby Sevens is. I mean, there's no sports that come here and go on for a full 2 weeks, but in a lot of them, it's the men's competition, then followed by the women's or the other way around.
Picked right off. It's Tessier right in for number 4. 4 tries for Tessier for Quebec, and it's 29-7.
This is his world. We're just living in it right now. That was incredible. Comes flying in, takes that ball out of the air. A beautiful pick for Quebec, and nobody's stopping that.
Well, can we call that a pick 6 here in rugby? That was intercepted.
It's a pick 5.
Let's watch this replay. There you go, pick 5, as they take it right on through and into the end zone. Missed the 2-point conversion, but this is a 29-7 game.
So just the men and the women rugby sevens go on at the same time. Games have been going back and forth all throughout this, and that means we cram rugby sevens full competition for men and women into just 3 days of action. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow. By supper time tomorrow, we'll be giving out medals.
Well, we got a heck of a lot of subs coming in here now. Tyler Griffin checking in for Team New Brunswick. Kai Hukel coming in for Quebec. And was that number 6, Damon Scharf, that's came in for Quebec?
Good eye, Seth. You got all 3.
3 for 3, 100% on my test. Oh, way up in the air. New Brunswick almost spiked that out as Quebec keeps moving. And here they come. Beautiful pass off here. Now they'll get it back. Oh, they make it look so easy. It's another try for Team Quebec.
Support your teammates right then and there as one guy's being hauled down. The other guy is just right there on his wing. It's a really easy pass into the arms of number 12, Thomas Goddard. And Quebec adds another 5.
Yep, you betcha.
Well, 34-7 for Team Quebec. The kick is up and good. Nice way to use the wind to your advantage.
Yes, Scharf did super well, playing perfectly into the wind. It started with the great in-the-air grab from McInnes. Quebec moves it across the field, and when they run into trouble, a pass off, a pass back, and in.
10 seconds.
Well, that goes high in the air, it comes down, and New Brunswick looking to power their way up the pitch.
Oh.
It's Preston who's brought down. This will go New Brunswick's way.
Right here.
And here they go. Moving it along. A nice look there by Team New Brunswick's captain, Gavin Giddings, as he looks to gather it up once again. Keeps it moving. Giddings will get it. And that's a knock-on from him. And it will go to Quebec.
Quebec will elect to have a scrum here.
Coach!
Well, let's see what they can do off this.
Up. You need to bind to your hooker. You can't bind on your prop, okay? You have to bind hooker. Coach! Bind!
Gareth Reese from Rugby Canada was pointing out on our broadcast not very long ago, when you elect to take the scrum in sevens, it's an effective way to go because it ends up drawing 4 players all into that one spot and opens up so much space for the other players to operate. And now trying to use that space is Quebec out on the wing.
Well, nicely done here from Quebec, using that space to their advantage as they keep it swinging. They keep it moving. Look at them go. Moving left to right on this field. Oh, and it's just bobbled right there at the end. New Brunswick keeping it going. Advantage to them as they keep moving. New Brunswick is gone. Away they go, but hang on a minute. They might get caught here. Wow, what a hustle by Quebec. Unbelievable stuff by Team Quebec's
Kai Hukel.
Kai Hukel off the bench with loads of energy, totally refreshed.
Chasing him down. That absolutely looked like 5 points for New Brunswick, and Hukel flying down the sidelines for Team Quebec.
Well, Quebec gonna check it in here after a great back check, if you will, by Hukel. And Quebec doing a wonderful job of getting the ball moving, and it comes out, and that's gonna be a knock-on against them. And it, or no, it looked like it was going to be, but it will be Quebec's ball.
Let's use it.
Here's Quebec holding on to the ball, and a miscommunication. And oh, what a wonderful fake as they keep on trying to move forward here. Nicely done from them. Brilliant passing from Team Quebec. Wonderful stuff. It's Robida leaving it off. Couple of scrambles there right in front of us here as Quebec will reset in their own end. A juggling act there by McGinnis.
Huckel trying to turn that corner.
And wow, look at Huckel go. Look at that power. But he might get caught up to here. Oh my goodness. Huckel will get in. That was close to both guys crashing in to the padding. Luckily, everybody's okay. The Quebec coach giving a thumbs up there. He likes what he's seen. It's 41-7 for Quebec.
Well, things going pretty well for Quebec in this game. Going good for Quebec overall as well. Quebec currently sitting on 24 medals. That's good for second place right now. Ontario has 27 total medals, Quebec 24. But Quebec has the most gold medals. They have 10 of those. Ontario has 8. BC 13 total, Nova Scotia 11, Alberta 10, Manitoba 3, Newfoundland and Labrador with a couple of silvers, New Brunswick and PEI 1 bronze medal each. Currently looking at the medal table for the 2025 Canada Games, but we still got a whole week and a half to go.
Yes, we do. Still lots of time left for Quebec to surpass Ontario again in these games. They were past them at the start of the day today. I believe this is day 4 of events here. This is flying by. This will all just be in memory too soon as Robida will pick it up. Oh, he went for a fake there, slipped, jumped right back to his feet, and he's gone. Robida taking off. He'll leave it back, and Quebec will pick up another to make it 48-7.
Scharf, the man to bring it in for Team Quebec as we pass 7 minutes gone here in the second half.
And this will probably be the last action of our game.
Yeah. You have 15 seconds.
And the kick is wide, and that'll do it. Quebec is on to the final 4, taking out Team New Brunswick. New Brunswick isn't done yet, though. They will be playing for placement tomorrow. Great game from both teams. New Brunswick hanging in there the full length. Well, the next one is the one that's highlighted on a lot of people's calendars. It's the hosts, Team NL versus Team Alberta, live from the historic Swilers Rugby Club. I'm Seth Hyde alongside Matt Little, and we'll be back for that exciting matchup. Great job from both teams.
For generations, we've been nurturing the communities where we live and work. Providing space to grow and preserving the environment that surrounds us. Because we understand that when we invest in communities, we invest in the future. Crosby, committed to community.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the historic Swilers Rugby Club field from the beautiful city of St. John's, Newfoundland and Labrador. It's the host looking to pull off a blockbuster upset against Team Alberta. My name is Seth Hyde alongside Matt Little for a rocking Swilers Rugby field here today. This place is buzzing for the hosts. Let's see if they can give them something to cheer about.
I mean, you're not wrong, Seth. Obviously, on paper, Newfoundland and Labrador comes in as the underdogs in this match, but maybe don't tell them that. They had a wonderful preliminary round robin. And one thing we know about this team for sure, throughout this, they have had a flair for the dramatic.
You're absolutely right. 2 out of 3 of their wins have been absolute thrillers. A whoopsie of a kickoff for Alberta to start this game off, and it's Tyson Snow off to the races. Newfoundland and Labrador gaining some ground here. They're in the area they'd like to be right now early on in this game. This is how they started the game against PEI. There's Eric Haas, the hometown hero of Team NL so far. 2 game-winning tries in these Canada games, and they might be in here just stopped short. And now here they come. Team NL driving in hard. It's dropped behind. Picked up once again by Team NL. The padding playing defense for Team Alberta. Swiped along. Here's Team NL. They might get in here, and they're in for a try. Team NL on the board first in the quarterfinals of Rugby Sevens. And Regan Pine, number 7, getting Team NL on the board and making this place erupt.
So many times we've seen the try here in the opening minute of competition, and it's Pine that finishes the job. Hard work down there from Newfoundland and Labrador. Stopped, but they never gave up on that one. Rewarded with the try and the 5 points.
Well, Newhook couldn't get the conversion kick. And it's 5-0 to Team NL. They got to come up with a big stop here against Alberta on defense. Now we'll see how Alberta does offensively. They got shut out this morning against Team Ontario, if my memory serves me correctly. So a tough day for them. And Haas right on that one. Alberta keeping the ball moving into their own territory as NL puts on some pressure, but Alberta looking to take off here. Wonderful kick, but NL will gain possession once again as Tyson Snow will pick it up, and now Alberta gets it back. It's Al Jabouri moving it along for Boychuk, and Boychuk keeps it going, and lovely passing by Team Alberta. And now they're gaining some space, and Team Alberta is gone, and they will even this up here with a try. Well done for Team Alberta. It's Jacques Henning who will get Alberta in and even this up. And I think there's going to be a lot of this in this game, Matt. Whoever gets the ball will probably score.
That might be the case. They couldn't get back in time to stop the ball carrier, but good hustle by Caden Snow. He forces him to put the ball down way down here next to the bleachers, and now the kick has to be made from way out here toward the bleachers as opposed to right in the middle where you'd like to be.
And that one will go wide, so it will stay tied in this first half of rugby. And I mean, Alberta just explosive on the attack.
What a stiff arm.
So well done by them. And here it is, diving in to get those points. And another whoopsie kickoff for Alberta, their second one of the game, but they're just shaking off those nerves, getting that adrenaline out. This is a high-stakes match. I mean, when you're coming in with like 2,000 screaming Newfoundlanders and Labradorians, it gets intimidating, that's for sure.
Well, everybody fully into this match now with a try at each end of the pitch.
Here's Logan Burt with speed. Logan Burt is plowing through here. He drops it back to Newhook, and that's coughed up. Oh, it looked like Team NL had it there, but a wonderful defending by Alberta and an excellent read as they'll just maintain possession of the ball. It's Passion passing it off. Alberta looking to get moving here. Haas on defense, and that almost goes out of play. Now Haas shaked off the ball here. Alberta maintaining possession. Really nice stuff from them here. They've settled into their game. A bit of a shaky start from them, but now they're back. And here they go. They're away. Team Alberta might get another one, but hang on a second. Oh, they're gone. Alberta all the way. No! What a tackle by Team NL. But back up to his feet again, and there's another one, but now they're in. Team Alberta is in the end zone for a touchdown. It's Al Jabouri for them, and Alberta has the lead.
What a sequence. Team NL comes away, hands on the heads. Can't believe they didn't stop that. They just about did. This time the kick.
It's wide.
Oh, wide again. It was a much better place this time around. Still can't quite get it to go.
Well, Team NL have showed they can get the ball down that pitch. They just got to stay composed here. Alberta, not an easy team to beat, that's for sure.
And that entire Alberta possession and what ends up being a try started with a pickoff, and it was Henning who made the interception out of the air, the guy that scored the first try for Alberta, so he's having a good game.
Well, wonderful passing by Team NL to start this off, and let's go for a ride here. Xavier Kruger picking up Team NL here as Henry Newhook with some wonderful movements, and here they go. Gaining some yards here is Team NL almost up through the gap. Couldn't get it the full length, and this will go NL's way.
Offside Alberta.
Here's
Newfoundland and Labrador right back.
Here's Sexton dropping it off for Newhook. Two Vikings connecting right there. Oh, another big tackle by Alberta. NL trying to power through. Looked like the ball trickled out there for a second. And look at Alberta, not afraid to throw the body around here. As that's passed over, and NL are almost in. Can they get it in? They're right on the cusp here. It's passed back. NL almost into the end zone. Alberta almost ripping it out of the hands of Logan Burt. NL keeps it moving. They got to watch the knock-on here as they're just so close, and they're in! Team NL have tied it up just before the end of the first half. It's a 10-10 even Steven game.
What a massive try that is. Anything past 6:30 up on that clock, and Team NL able to get it back to tie with a chance to go ahead on the kick.
Well, Henry Newhook with a chance to put Team NL ahead
so it has to be right on, okay?
with minimal time left here in this half. Might this be the last play?
3, 2.
Newhook up. It's good! Henry Newhook, bar up, and Team NL have the lead again.
It doesn't have to clear the bar by a lot, just enough.
And that's half. Team NL with a 12-10 lead at halftime. What a first half of rugby between Alberta and Team NL. Matt, that was absolutely fantastic.
Woohoo! I could catch my breath. Bye.
All right, folks, we'll be back for a thrilling second half. Don't go anywhere. Seth Hyde, Matt Little, live on the call from Swilers Rugby.
Their own decisions. They're not really involving us. So what we need to do, always be on that offside line and really ping those people.
A full life means something different to everyone. However you define a full life, we're here, paving the way for better access to care and empowering you every step of the way.
So what makes Quinlan different? Quality. The quality of our products and the quality of the relationships that we have developed with the people who harvest, process, transport, and ultimately buy that product.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're back at the historic Swilers rugby pitch at Seth Hyde and joined with rugby royalty, if you will, Gareth Rees, who played fly half and fullback for Team Canada, 55 appearances for our country, also played for English sides Wasps and Harlequins, and captained Canada 23 times. He's in the World Rugby Hall of Fame, 2011 inductee, Alberta. Canada Sports Hall of Fame, and he is a Duncan, BC native. Gareth, welcome.
He's having fun here watching this quarterfinal. This Newfoundland side in the purple jerseys, that famous jersey on this famous pitch. Older men have won a national championship on this Swilers field where we're playing the Canada Games Sevens Championship. Alberta took the early lead, but a late try from Caden Snow And the conversion off the crossbar meant that Newfoundland in the lead for the moment, but Alberta threatening out wide.
Well, Alberta will put that out of play, and Team NL in some dangerous territory here, Gareth.
Yeah, and as you'd expect, the local fans getting into it. Tate Cullen there, number 4 jersey, he's fresh off the bench.
Substitution.
Well, Tate Cullen on the inbound here. Fresh legs for Team NL, and like you and Matt talked about, that's been a story here in this tournament, to keep those fresh legs pumping.
Yeah, a big part of Seven's coaching is managing. We allowed a certain number of subs on and off. Obviously very tiring. Only 14-minute games, but incredibly tiring.
I will reset.
We're going to reset the line out here as the pod was lifted up.
And how cool is this to have the referee in our ears to kind of help us out up here, understand some of the calls, and as well as our viewers, and that'll sneak right through the crowd, and it's kicked forward, and it looks like a knock-on call, and it will go back to NL.
Yeah, Alberta had a chance at the steal there. They couldn't hold on, and they've knocked it forward. Yeah, the ref is like the third commentator out there, letting these players know where the boundaries are, what they're allowed. And there's a shot of the Newfoundland backline. Let's see what they can create out wide.
Well, they're going to enter the scrum here as Tate Cullen holds on to the ball.
Wait till the ball's in. Drive square.
And the referee looking at scrum time for those forwards to both be driving forward square. He said that means no angle, no pulling, no pushing.
And why do teams choose to do the scrum?
Well, what you've done is effectively sucked in 3 defenders to have to be in this part of the field. So now only 4 defenders left for Alberta in this case to defend the Newfoundland attack. Let's see what happens.
Well, it's Henry Newhook just bobbling the ball a bit, and that's going to be a knock-on, and Alberta will gain possession here. This is huge for them.
Yeah, good pressure from Alberta. They got the reward. Now they can bring on some subs. That's Nathan Bolton coming on.
Okay.
He'll go in the middle of that scrum.
I'll go time on when they're ready. That's what
Well, almost 2 minutes into this second half. It's a 12-10 lead for Team NL, but Alberta has been a threat offensively in this one as we enter another scrum.
Of course, this is quarterfinal action, so any chance of the medals, you got to win this game here at Canada Games. The home side would love to be fighting in a semifinal and giving them chance of a medal. The jersey grab.
Well done by Tate Cullen. He has made a thunderous impact on this game ever since he's come off the bench, but not so fast. Team Alberta looking to get going here, looking to gain some yards as they will gain possession of it once again. Calmly moving the ball forward, and they might be through a gap here. It's Team Alberta. It's Noah Dickens into the end zone for a try and for the lead for Team Alberta, 15-12.
Yeah, the Albertan fans are loving it. It was Henry Clark in the number 2 jersey. He got that one-handed offload, and he took out the defender, and that was the hole the try scorer ran into.
And they got a pretty nice spot here for the 2-point conversion. It's going to be Jack Penaluna, who's sporting a new scrum cap. He hasn't been wearing that all tournament, but I guess it's a bit of superstition here to put it on for the knockouts, and he'll put that right through.
Famous name in Canadian rugby, Penaluna there, but this is an offload we're looking at. Watch as he looks inside, and he takes out that defender there, and that's the hole he runs into. Nice awareness from Noah Dickens. Alberta resuming the lead. Should say Jack Penaluna, the family, his dad at a former Canadian international, would have played with and against Rod Snow, who has 2 boys on the Newfoundland team. Another legendary Canadian international who's hosting us out here in St. John's.
Well, Alberta regaining possession off the kickoff. They seem to have settled into their game nicely, and it looks like this will go Alberta's way.
Yeah, it's a foul play. It's called a seatbelt tackle up over the shoulder. No room for that in rugby anymore at head-high tackles.
Well, this will go Team NL's way now, and the fans loving this. And Gareth, this must warm your heart, seeing the fans get so engaged in this game. I mean, this is packed here.
Well, this field is famous, as we said, and they love to intimidate the opposition, but they're just cheering for these young Newfoundland boys who've got it out wide. Great hands in the middle.
Well, it's Henry Newhook being hauled down to the ground.
Oh, quick whistle
and
there.
Now this will go Team Alberta's way.
Not sure I agree with this one, as the player didn't release the tackler immediately, but he's been penalized for holding on, so Alberta another chance in attack.
Well, let's see if they'll make Team NL pay here as they make their way down the pitch, and almost right through is Penaluna. He's lifted up and hauled down. Penaluna will free it. Alberta will keep on moving it. It's Henry Clark passing it off. John Patterson playing it field wide here as Alberta working their way ahead. Alberta doing a nice job of powering forward. Newhook stripped it out, but Alberta recovers. And this could really put this game to bed here if Alberta gets in, and they will, and they'll slide down. Alberta get 5 more, and they'll have a pretty nice spot for a conversion kick.
Yeah, the referee played advantage after the initial knockout. Then Julian Paccioni there, you see with the ball, he showed great feet. Watch as he steps inside and out and gets this try. He's going to hand it over to his buddy Jack Panloon to add the extras for the conversion.
Well, Alberta with a comfortable lead here now. They got a chance to double it with a kick here. And Gareth, I think if Team NL can turn this around, I've seen everything here at these Rugby Sevens in the Canada Games.
Just less than a minute and a half, and that is an eternity in the Sevens game. You can score quickly. This is the step here. Watch the feet on the young man, Paccioni. Watch here, in, out. Beautiful work, and he found the hole in the Newfoundland defense.
Well, Team NL going to have to get down quickly here and pick up a big 5 points. 2 tries, no conversions needed. If they should get 2 tries here, Alberta getting a nice tip.
Advantage for Newfoundland, but into the final minute here. They want to go quickly, and the fans are letting them know.
Well, Team NL with the 8th player on the field up here in the crowd is trying to encourage Team NL here to at least make this interesting in these final couple of minutes.
Again, a refereeing decision there. I'm not sure that's advantage for Newfoundland to be given the scrum as the clock is ticking here and they're losing all this time. They had possession. Probably better off to let them play.
Well, the referee coming in the middle here, which will kill off a bit of time for Team NL's hopeful comeback.
Of course, Newfoundland have been medalists in the last 2 15-a-side Canada Championships.
Thank you.
Sevens rugby we got going on here at the Canada Games.
Well, Team NL pinned in their own territory here. It looks like they are going to run out of time for a comeback, but let's see if they can get one more try for their fans to cheer about here who have come out and supported them the whole way. They'll get possession, and they'll keep it moving quickly. It's Owen Hedges handing it off to Henry Newhook. Newhook hauled down hard here by Team Alberta. As Hedges will spin it over, it's Haas who will keep it moving. Look at Team NL trying to keep the ball going. It's a knock on, and that'll do it. Team Alberta moving on to the Final Four and crashing the party here at the Swilers Rugby pitch. How about this game from both teams, Gareth?
Yeah, disappointment from the local fans, but you see the energy there. This Alberta team weren't perfect, but they did just enough. And this frustrated local boys, they showed great stuff in the first half, taking the lead at the half, but couldn't hold on. They won't be able to hold up a medal this time.
Well, Team NL's tournament is not over. They will be playing for placement tomorrow. Gareth, thank you so much for joining me on the call here. You'll be back for the first half of the BC game coming up next. And folks, we hope you enjoyed that one. Be sure to be kind to one another, stay safe, and we will see you next time. Take care, folks.
One of the things to me about the Canada Games is it's truly integrated. We have athletes with an intellectual disability, with a physical disability.
Puis juste être inclus. Je pense que souvent, on est mis un petit peu de côté quand on est un peu plus jeune, puis qu'on est différent, puis qu'on a un handicap. Puis là, être à ces Jeux-là, c'était comme toute une grosse équipe.
It's important to have representation and to acknowledge their different perspectives of life.
When the opportunity is there, show up. The older you is gonna say thank you.
If you believe in yourself, you can make anything happen.
That's the Canada Games.
It takes a village to raise an athlete. For more than 120 years, Marine Atlantic has connected our sports communities with the people, places, and games they love.
All right, we're back at the historic Swilers Rugby pitch here in beautiful St. John's, Newfoundland and Labrador, the capital of our great province. And it's the 2025 Canada Summer Games, the first edition of Rugby Sevens in the male division. And we have a Team BC legend in his own right out of Duncan, BC, a 2014 Canada Sports Hall of Famer and inductee of the Rugby World Hall of Fame in 2011. It's Mr. Gareth Rees. Gareth, thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, great to be here. The spirit of Canada Games is alive, and, well, great to see these men's sevens athletes, as you said, getting a shot. I put on a BC jersey last in the Canada Games in 1985, young man. Don't know what you were doing then or what your parents were even doing, but it is a great competition. It's great to bring all these athletes together, and it's great for the sport of rugby to be included in the multi-sport games as they are here in St. John's, Newfoundland.
And now I got to ask you, your boot is bronzed and it's used as a trophy competed annually by St. Michael's and Oak Bay High School. I mean, how does that come about?
Well, that just means you get really old and then people start bronzing things they used to wear. But interesting, a few of the BC men have played in that competition. Obviously, they'll be considered strong favorites here up against Saskatchewan. This is the fourth of the quarterfinals here in the sevens competition, day 2. Ontario and Quebec have already booked their places in Alberta, waiting to see who wins this one, BC or Saskatchewan.
And that was a thrilling game, 22-12 for Alberta. This place was absolutely on wheels for that game, and there's still a big crowd around for this one.
Yep, and lots of talent in those dark blue jerseys. A lot of men have been playing for the Canada Under-20 team. A lot of famous dads I'm noticing. There's a Palmer out here. There's a James out here for BC. We just saw Panalunas and the Snows in the last game. It's great to see the next generation coming through.
Well, we are underway on a beautiful evening here in St. John's, Newfoundland and Labrador, as Saskatchewan will get possession first as they look to complete a major upset here. We've yet to see an upset on the male side of things. The higher seed has gone through in every game so far as that rolls along the line there, and this will go BC's way.
Yeah, Sask did get the possession off the kickoff. They couldn't do anything with it. We're going to see the attack build here. Jonty Nicholas.
Crouch.
Just checking in with his backfield there. A great vision, great head on his shoulders. Understands the game well. He's going to move it wide.
Well, BC will get possession. Nice job here from them as they make their way up the field. And look at this, an early try for Team BC inside 1 minute of the first half. A dream start from the guys from all the way over on the west coast of Canada.
Well, I got to tell you, it looks simple, but it's not. The pace on this pass and the weight, the pass actually pushes the ball receiver away from the defender, and that's the hole he runs into. We'll let the conversion come through the right boot of Reese Thompson here to add 2 more. It was a great first phase attack right off that scrum.
Well, a big talking point of rugby is the difference between 7s and 15s. I'm going to ask you about something different. You played over in England with Wasps and Harlequins, and also you played over here in Canada as well. Is there any difference in the style of play of those two countries?
I think probably core skills. Canadians are always known for their hard, physical. You get to see our women's national team heading off for the Rugby World Cup right now. They're so impressive up front. They don't take a backseat to anyone. Probably skilled kids have been playing a little bit longer over in some of those countries, but this is what it's all about. These kids getting a chance to go head-to-head, the best on best. That's what this is right now. The top 8 teams have put their hand up, and BC's looking to join Alberta, Quebec, and Ontario. Nice run.
Sask might be through here. What a beautiful pass, but it's going to be a knock-on. Oh, Saskatchewan looked like they were through for the first time tonight.
Yeah, Logan Jones showing his athleticism, getting in behind the BC defense.
And Captain Cameron Newdorf couldn't get his hands on that. You yourself, Captain Canada 23 times. What does the captain do out on the field in these games?
Well, it's changed a little bit over the years, but you just want to keep your team focused, right? This BC team, as I said, they're favorites. They got to be focused on the job at hand, not on the result at the end of the day. Just do the process, execute. They've got enough talent, as we're seeing out here. It gets out wide in the hands of Reese Thompson, I believe.
It is
Come
Reese
back
Thompson.
in field.
Ooh, he takes a heavy bump there.
Great tackle there.
Well, it looks like this is going to go towards Saskatchewan, and they will play it quickly. Saskatchewan keeping the ball moving. There's no room for error in these Rugby Sevens games. Just 7-minute halves. If you get behind, it's hard to come back, but definitely not impossible.
Yeah, elements of the Saskatchewan performance are really good. They're only down 7 here. They had that one break, couldn't convert that into points. There's a good power carry from them, sucking in a few defenders.
Really, really nicely done here by Saskatchewan. They've improved every game of this tournament. They're a completely different team here in day 2. As they'll leave it behind and still trying hard to get the ball up the field. Still trying to use that power. We don't see them punt the ball down the pitch as much as we do in 15, so usually they just try to use their runners and their passes to get it down, and it's not going to work out from here as BC is in, and are they over the line? They're almost there as it's passed out to that near wing side, and they will get in for another try. Team BC widening the gap. That play was as sweet as Canadian maple syrup.
Well, nice team play, getting bodies over there to secure the ball. Looked like they were close, as you said, but they didn't leave that man exposed. They got support there, and then they shipped it out wide. Good support play from the BC players looking after each other.
And this is going to be a challenging kick here. Before the playoff round started, I was out with some of my friends who play for Team Rock, and it is really hard to do that kick, bouncing it off the ground first, and will that go? Yes, it will.
Well,
wow.
Reese Thompson hitting it sweet. Yeah, it's a drop kick. All the kicks in Sevens rugby are a drop kick. This is where they go for the line. Look here, they get short, and I think it's Reese Thompson who gets over there to secure the ball. Look at the number 7. That's the work that's got to be done. Now they can ship it wide, and there's unmarked men in the form of Jasper Keast.
Well, that ball goes way in the air, brought down, as Saskatchewan still in search of their first points of this game. Looking to make this interesting before halftime, and they can't keep it in play as this will go to BC.
7-minute halves in Sevens rugby. It doesn't seem like much, but it is incredibly tiring when you're out there with the whole field to cover, only 7 bodies in defense.
And this field is a lot bigger than it looks from up here. Once you get down there, there's a lot of space to cover, like you said.
There's nowhere to hide. 15-a-side pitches. Sometimes you can have a rest or you can hide if you're a bigger, slower dude, but nowhere to hide in the Sevens game.
And look at the backdrop there, the beautiful city of St. John's in the background as Team BC soaring high to collect that ball. That was Evan Palmer getting that out of the air. And Team BC here on the cusp. They can smell the end zone. Flipping it up in the air and in. Team BC. My goodness, this team is as feisty as a Canada Goose. They are up 19-0 and on fire to kick off this game.
Yeah, their class is coming through here. All the team are doing it. You said Palmer and his lifting pod, they secured ball. Then they shipped it out wide, and they're just constantly asking questions of the Sask defense. This time they thought they had it on the end, but they came back in field and recycled well. So right at the end of this first half. I have to quickly take this conversion. There is a shot clock. Referee's looking at her watch.
That one's high and just wide here. Well, not to take away from Team Saskatchewan. They are still battling hard and trying everything to get back into this game. And here's the replay, Gareth.
Yeah, there's the wide ball. Fancy footwork there. Thought he was maybe in. Eli Pavlov coming back in field, but he offloads, keeps the play alive. They're still asking questions. Liam James is brought down. Just reaches out with that left arm. Great work from the big man from Vancouver.
Well, this will probably be the last possession of this first half here, and it looks like it will go back to BC hands once again as Saskatchewan trying everything to defend here, but BC just fast and furious. Coming up the other way, some shifty footwork from them. And now it's Evan Palmer, the man in the scrum cap. He taps it down, and most likely our last action of the first half.
Great skills from the BC players. Again, possession is king. They got their hands on it off the kickoff, and then just all made good decisions on the ball, drawing the defenders, passing at the right time. Made it look easy, but when it's done well, it is easy.
And the kick is up and off the upright. And that'll do it for our first half. It's 24-0 for Team BC. Gareth, thank you so much for joining me up here in the broadcast booth. An absolute honor to have you with us. Well, that's our first half here, folks. 24-0 for Team BC over Team Saskatchewan. Seth Hyde and Gareth Reese with Matt Little jumping back into the broadcast booth. We'll be back for the second half.
Thanks.
Legends aren't born. They're built. Icons don't become icons overnight. What you hear about is the achievement. What you see is the result. But greatness is built on wellness. So here's to heroes unsung, efforts unseen, and distant dreams humbly attained.
All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the second half of rugby here at the Swilers Rugby pitch. I'm Seth Hyde, Matt Little back in the booth with us. I mean, what a game this has been so far. Saskatchewan still battling hard.
I think we've said this about a couple of games for Team Saskatchewan throughout this tournament, Seth,
Do you know which way you're
and that
kicking?
the score up on the board doesn't necessarily tell the story of what is going on in the
All good,
game.
Smarts?
Saskatchewan's been doing the hard work that goes unnoticed sometimes. They've been playing hard. They've had some ball possession. They've played well, but BC's speed is just so hard to contain.
It truly is. You couldn't have said that better, as BC looking to take it up the other way here. So points, I mean, you don't need to run up the score here in the knockouts, but obviously Team BC want to keep scoring against their Western Canadian rivals, Team Saskatchewan.
Oh, without a doubt. You, at this point, you're sending a message to your opponent in the semifinals and letting them know what they're going to have to be dealing with. Because you're right, point differential, that part of the competition is gone. At this point, at the result of every game, you get locked into the next spot, whether that's a consolation, a placement game, or whether that's moving forward in the competition toward the medals.
Well, here's Team Saskatchewan looking to get back into it here. They don't want to be going into the placement matches tomorrow with no score, as they are still keep pushing.
Thank you.
And they're going to get possession here.
Sure. Scrum. Am I on the mark, Morty?
They're going to elect to go for scrum.
Scrum called. Yeah. Time's off. Subs.
Well, looks like we got some subs coming in here for Team BC. It's going to be number 5, Ty Driscoll.
Mark's right here, folks. All good. Just wait for time on,
7,
please.
Luke Thompson for Team Saskatchewan.
Great. Time's back on. Crouch. Bind. Set.
Ah, there they are. I know I could hear the defense chants. It's the Team BC women's team.
Oh, there you go.
Parked in behind the uprights to the right side of our broadcast position. Cameras here, waving the flag proudly, encouraging the men's team.
And I mean, they could go double golden here. They both have some great teams in this tournament. As that ball goes to ground, Saskatchewan looking to get moving.
Thank you.
And they will regain possession here.
No problem.
I'm gonna say, was that onside? No.
Gonna move over
Well,
from
the
the mud
final
piles, boys.
game of Rugby Sevens of the
Right, we
day.
get some
Just one more day to go. Can you believe it, Matt?
I really can't. This has gone by so quickly.
Bind.
I mean, we're going to get to the end of the 2 weeks, and the
Set.
whole games will have just seemed to completely flown by.
Seemed like we were just at King George V soccer field a couple hours ago, but that was on day 2 of these games. And look at this passing from Saskatchewan here. Oh my goodness, wonderful. They're still going here. They haven't dropped the ball yet.
Absolutely incredible stuff by Saskatchewan. They keep finding some space here, finally brought down by Team BC. BC will take possession.
So go back to Team BC once again, and some beautiful passing from them, and the women's team loving that as that's put down for a try, and it's 29-0.
Again, trying to give Saskatchewan their flowers. They were doing tremendous work over there, pinned deep in their own end, way out on one end of the field, and still able to come back. Everybody getting involved in the play, everybody getting a touch, but that Team BC defense just not letting them really gain any yards. Some great passing, some great movement, some great offensive vision, but it was all lateral. It was nothing actually north-south. It was all east-west.
And that's a far kick just wide and almost hitting their own women's team there. Some friendly fire down there.
Well, those players are more than capable of catching a rugby ball.
Okay.
Well, 29-0 to BC as that goes high in the air and scares the Seagulls away. That's how high that one went. As Saskatchewan will keep it moving over. That was Thompson playing the ball across for Logan Jones.
Tackle!
Logan Jones holding on nicely. Moved along by Watson.
Knocked on.
Saskatchewan losing possession of that there as BC will take over. They had advantage lost, and look at that power.
Literally carrying his opponent on his back.
Giving him a nice piggyback ride here as Team BC keeps moving, and look at them go. Look, a fake pass, and then he makes the real one. Team BC is in, they're behind, they're gonna take it for a run. He's gonna still go, and he's gonna lay it down right in front of the ladies, who are absolutely loving it, waving those flags with pride.
I mean, usually you're bringing that ball, or at least trying to get it all the way back, get it front and center to make the kick easier. I think he was just trying to do that one in front of the flag.
Looked like he might have been trying to do it in front of the ladies as well, as that's going to go up off the Tim's truck. Everybody wants a quencher. I mean, you see a lot of teams coming to support, you know, their province. I guess, like we talked about, there's not much to do in the village, you wouldn't think, so they're coming to cheer on their, you know, their friends from around their province, and that's exactly what the Team BC ladies are doing here.
Wonderful pitch up high to Liam James to get him in there for that try.
So both BC teams will be playing for a medal, it's safe to say, no matter what, bronze or gold, whichever it should be tomorrow. Team Sask still looking for at least a couple of points to put up on the board before this game is over. They have no quit.
Tackle!
And they're pinned up here. Look at that, a heavy battle down, but Saskatchewan will have it in their own end zone. We haven't seen this yet today. Can they get it out of their own end zone?
Taken in, 5-meter scrum.
And it's gonna be a scrum just outside. Thanks, ref, for helping us out there. No touchbacks or safeties here in rugby.
Just about to say, you know, raised on Canadian football in the CFL, every time something like that happens, I think there should be a point, but there's not.
Not for me. Thanks. Mark's here.
Well, speaking of the CFL, we don't see any Rough Riders jerseys here today. We saw a couple hats and jerseys yesterday.
Find.
Might be just down at the somewhere else in the crowd, because yes, you're right, there's been Green Riders gear every time Saskatchewan has been on the pitch.
And BC is in for probably the last play of the day, and right in front of the ladies again, making lots of noise down there. 41-0 for BC, and this will probably do it.
Wonderful performance by Team British Columbia, booking themselves that spot in the semifinals. So it will be Ontario, Quebec, Alberta, and BC for the first edition of men's rugby sevens at the Canada Summer Games.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that will do it for day 2 of Rugby Sevens. One more to go. Team BC taking home a 43-0 victory. Seth Hyde, Matt Little for day 2 of Rugby Sevens live from the Swilers Rugby pitch in St. John's, Newfoundland and Labrador, Canada for the Canada 2025 Summer Games. Folks, be sure to be kind to one another, stay safe, and we will see you tomorrow for the Final Four.